Hang on a second. I've been trying to make the microphone work, but it's not going. So, for my one, this means we both get our own personal microphone. That'd be cool. Is there anybody here yet? Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody out there? There's not if you can hear me. Can you tell me where it hurts? Is it on?
Bro, if that dude posts, our family business does 3D printing.
Dude.
One more time.
Fuck that guy. Are we doing things? What are we doing here?
Live now. Oh, we're live.
We are live.
Live from Mom's basement.
It's Monday night. See if the sound is better now. Is it? Is there people complaining yet?
Nobody's complaining
Yet.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Noah Bear. Coming from you from Mom's basement.
Hey there.
Coming at you.
How's this? Can you hear me? Is my voice sultry?
You have to do it to your beard like all the cool people do. No, you clip it.
Clip it?
Clip it to your beard.
Oh, I've never seen anyone do that. That feels terrible.
So it's always weird when I see it. You sound normal.
Good. About fucking time. All right. Shit. How's that?
All right.
Well, dinner was delicious, yet Jordan said went to shit. So it has taken us a minute. Oh, golly.
Oh. Is it on repeat?
Well, it's echoing back and forth now.
So I made pastelaia.
That beard is hella gray today. It's the same gray that it is. But
yeah, so I made pastelaia this evening.
it was wonderful.
And I based it off of a TikTok that the guy kind of said what he used, but there wasn't a recipe, and so I was kind of winging it. But I was like, it's fine. It's detailed enough video that I can play, pause, and get it figured out. Well, I ended up with like soup.
It was delicious soup, though. I enjoyed all of it. Here you go. Here's all the things that you can look through, see if you need.
So I don't have to print those.
Because I believe I have everything. Because I only need the little headlight doodad things, right? These guys here. This is all I need to hold the headlights in.
These guys?
Yeah, oh, I have them. I already painted them.
Oh.
They're not glued, but
Yeah, this one. Doug is out for the day. He died. RIP. He is.
I need the tote, though.
Oh, motherfucker.
I mean, yeah, I'll need the tote. Robert said my voice is super soothing. Good job. That's no, that's worse. That's no, that's okay. Ta-da! Ryan said, "What's up, Rudy?" All right, let's see. My fellow nerds ready to talk shit? Always. Lynn said he's been watching the timer for the past 41 minutes.
Well,
that's crazy. Rudy, what's going on? Isn't there anything better to do while I was mentioned? All right. Sounds much better. Cool. Well, I still couldn't get the normal microphone that we've been using for the last year to work, which sucks because it was not cheap, and it worked up until I got a new phone. So,
Alright, that's loud.
what are you doing?
I'm trying to find the other half door.
I'll say I only have one.
Here, little half door. Here. Here, fishy, fishy.
What's this? Oh, it's a Fender. Very cool.
I'm sure this is loud and obnoxious.
I mean, the microphone's all over there. It couldn't be too bad.
Oh yeah, perfect. Right here. Nope, that's fine.
Pulled Pork said that LJ is fire.
Thanks.
Yes, I assume he's talking about yours. What wheels on the LJ?
Oh, well, yours is on the table. So
Yes.
which one are you talking about?
Yeah, I was gonna let you take the glory, but that's okay. Admit it, Matt, you used the mic as a hammer. I did not. The mic was very expensive. It's one of the few things I actually did to bring up the level of the channel was invest in good microphones. Poor thing is probably plugged with beer. Anyway, it's taken. Jordan knows how much it is or was. It's taken very good care of the microphones.
Yes.
Yes. So.
Well, the one that doesn't work sat at my house.
Yeah, it's been here for literally last year.
Typically, it just sits right here on the table.
Yeah. And it's got a little foam cover on it. Like it really irritates me that it won't work. I know that much.
Yeah. But as far as wheels on the LJs, I have SSD Champions.
These are Vision Atlases with IBTR rings. Oh my god.
Oh god.
What is that?
Part of the tailgate.
Tail emphasis on gate. Tailgate.
Thanks, Ryan.
Fire. Thank you, Pulled Pork. They are fire. Thank you. I like this. I like it a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah.
For sure.
They definitely needed 80mm shots.
Yes. Yes. What do you got going on? 80s, but actually holds the truck up?
Yes. Yep. Mine is actually held up by 80s.
The front.
Well, you also have a lot lower.
No, that's true. Yeah, mine. They're not completely smashed down. They're pretty close. I think the links might actually be hitting or something. Yeah, the axle's actually hitting them. Same. It's fine.
That's fine.
It's completely okay. You know what I thought about just now? I was actually going to put this together more today on the live and put the cage on and then get everything ready to go. And then I realized that I still have to take the dash out because I don't have the instrument cluster and the steering wheel on. And I haven't made the shifters yet. So I've got to take all that back out, and this connects to the dash. Mm-hmm. So I literally have only basically brought this to talk about it.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think for mine, I'm going to only get 4 attachments to the cage.
And then just leave this back.
It's kind of press fit.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Well, it'll also come down whenever you tighten it because this is got a little gappy gap.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I have a few more roof bars to add. This guy's out. Seems like it's gonna fall off.
Did you notice that I panned my cage?
I did. I thought you were blasting it.
I was, but it's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot, and the blaster was not available at 3 a.m. when it's not hot.
True.
So I went ahead and just, left it, basically.
I would say it looks good.
Thank you. I sanded it with some 320, I think, and then used like a wire wheel on it a little bit. Just kind of, it's whatever. I don't really like. I don't know. Seeing all your cage work makes it look good, but then also, like you were saying, it's not like it actually has to protect it a whole lot. Like it's not like it's gonna go, you're gonna beat on it. So.
And the only reason I like your cage
It's very simple.
I probably like your cage more than I like my cage, but my cage is
After something. Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I did at work Thursday.
Ah. At work or working?
The latter, because I did it in my basement here.
Yeah. That's why I was confused. Oh, I fired up my brazing torch yesterday.
Yeah.
Opened up the thing, and all of a sudden I heard this like going nuts, even when it was fully open. So I don't know if being so hot in the garage has built up the pressure and it was just releasing. But then my whole garage smelled like nap gas, and I was like, I have a bad idea to light this right now. So
he lit it.
No, so I closed it back off and did not braise. Oh, because I was going to braise nuts to the bottom of the jazz boogie. But what I did do Saturday morning was I got up nice and bright and early. I made a video about this guy here. That is fully edited today, as of yesterday. I just got to go out, take all the cutaways and all that stuff and everything, and then put music to it, and it will be done. I'm hoping to have that done Wednesday evening at the very latest. I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow, especially if it rains. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, so that might be easier. And then yeah, I'm waiting on the headlights that show up Friday for this. I got the seats done. I just don't want to glue them in yet because I don't know what else I'm doing.
Are you not just gonna screw them in?
They don't screw in, do they?
Should be able to.
I didn't think they did. Oh, yeah, I'll probably just screw those in. Are these for seat belts? What are these little holes here? Do you know?
I think they are for seatbelts because you also have the mount back here.
Yeah.
For the harness.
Where do you get these harnesses? You know?
I don't know.
Okay. I wasn't discussed.
But I did see that somebody was working on a different dash for him.
Ah, nice.
That was more of a factory style dash, which I will be investing in that if that comes out.
What's wrong with the dash exactly? I know that this is probably not factory yet.
I mean, it's just not the factory dash.
Fair enough. What's all the? Oh, those are shifters. The shifters are huge.
Yeah, those shifters are not staying.
I don't like those at all.
Because also in the way that they're mounted, you would shift the transfer case side to side.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know of any shifters that shift side to side for a transfer case.
Mm-hmm. I may actually. Do you have this piece that I gave you? I may take that back. Actually, now that I look at it.
It should be gone forever.
We'll get it. We'll get it here later. I also thought about just making boots instead of a gated shifter like that. Just have boots. Just
yeah.
So I don't know. Part of me kind of wants to take that console completely out because I don't 100% love it.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to build footwells at all for this. So there's that. I'm very happy how my lights came out though. And they're only rated for 8 volts, but I put a 4-cell on it. Worked just fine.
Nice.
Yeah, so almost double the recommended voltage is completely okay.
YOLO.
But yes, YOLO indeed.
Good evening, William.
Hi, William.
Ryan said he got a 3D printed hood for his H optic. Will be here on Saturday. Comes with a Jeep grill.
Nice.
I think I've seen that one.
I have some ideas about an optic, and I'm waiting until I know this is like a thing that we always mention. You know that it's freaking hot, and we have to wait till it cools down. But it's freaking hot, and we have to wait till it cools down.
Also, I just witnessed the bunny yawn.
Really, I've never seen a bunny yawn.
I had never seen the bunny yawn either.
But I assumed that bunnies yawn. So, and I don't know if you saw what else I brought, because you know where we're at, you know what we're doing. It's been for sale for a while now. Nobody's bought it, so I believe it's going to come apart, and we'll make it into more bite-sized chunks. Yeah. Worst case scenario, I build a buggy out of it. You know what I'm saying?
A buggy.
Oh, I get it. That's funny. That is funny. I glued in my magnets last night for the hood. Oh shit!
Oh god.
Sorry about that. Glued in my magnets last night for the hood of the LJ here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drilled my holes. It works a lot better when you have all 3 screws in the radiator, but it's whatever. Let's do that real quick, actually.
What is this tiny little screwdriver you got here? That's what it takes.
Tiny little screwdriver to put in all those little Phillips boys. Yeah, I got that from the guy in the corner at Chris Minton. Oh yeah, you weren't there. That was just Logan. Wasn't there. JK. Never mind, you were at home being useless.
True. So there's my Project IJ update. The cage. I'll probably finish that cage tomorrow.
Will you though?
Yeah. I mean, unless something else comes up. But I'm not in the office again tomorrow, so there's a good possibility.
There you go. I believe our friend would say, I don't know.
Yeah, he would.
He would. In fact, he would.
William said he picked up his new Pro Mod chassis yesterday. May have it ready by the next comp.
Nice. I'm hoping that you find something that you are happy with. Because watching you guys have trucks and then not like them and all that stuff, like, from a friendship point of view, kind of sucks, to watch. From a competitive point of view, I love watching you guys all struggle. For sure.
William, what chassis are you running now? Oh, I guess he hasn't had. Oh, yeah, he's been running the Muse chassis.
Okay.
John Lau, have you had the boat out yet? I did. We tested them. What was that on Friday? Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Friday. We found a little retention pond not far from the house. Actually, I probably could have found one closer, but whatever. We drove them for a whole minute and a half because I didn't know how long my 2200 3-cell was going to last, and the pond was kind of gross looking, and so I didn't want to go swimming.
Speaking of 3-cell, that 6-cell in your brother's, whoa.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing rips. And what's crazy is it's fast because when you hear it come up out of the water, it's like, what? Like you can hear the RPMs just peak. Yeah. It was friggin' rowdy.
So I took a video of it. My brother and I about wrecked him into each other twice. And then there was a culvert.
That was your fault. The first one that I saw was your fault. The video at like 31 seconds. You're like, you just pulled the old lady. You just like pulled straight out in front of him.
So I was also just there to kind of test it, and I wasn't real comfortable with it. So I was only driving like half throttle. It was slow as shit. Meanwhile, and I'm on 3S. My brother put 6S in his because the electronics are capable of it, so might as well.
I'm right.
So we're going to test out how durable my 3D printed parts are in his for sure. So we about ran into each other, or I about ran into him, whatever. And then
we can pull that in front of him and he about ran into you.
Whatever.
If you want.
And then he like came by and like we were standing like basically right on the culvert, and so he came by the first time and was within like 18 inches or so. The second time, I think he missed it by like 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah.
So
it was a pretty cool video to watch.
Yeah.
I might have to upload that to the group.
The only downside to the boats is they have this self-righting feature. So there's this giant hole in the back of the boat. I don't know if you paid attention to that.
I did.
So the moment you put it in the water, it starts sinking.
Oh. I didn't know that that's how it worked, but okay.
Well, because there's nothing to keep it from.
I thought there was like some sort of flap or something.
Nope, there is absolutely nothing. Just a hole. So the moment you set it in the water, it starts sinking, which means
You gotta go.
you got to go. And then obviously once you get going, like as soon as you take off, all the water comes out and it's fine. So it was kind of weird to drive it because you're constantly on the gas, and
That's obviously weird for you.
right. As you watch the video, there's several times that I'm like I drop it,
Yeah.
like oh god. But we thought about like there's an optional like sheet that you print out in the instructions for cutting foam to put in the nose of it, because it does somehow take in a little bit of water. And so like there's several on the group that I'm a part of that people are like, yep, lost mine today, because they'll just sink. And you get enough water in them, and if you don't have the foam in it, there's nothing to hold it up. And I mean, they're not light. Have you picked one up?
Yeah, they're not light.
So I think I may add some foam just to protect my purchase, I guess.
You notice how loud that probably was.
Oh,
Right in the microphone. All right, there we go. There we go. Dude, I have found one thing I don't like. I don't like the battery under your Velcro. I'm gonna have to get some straps.
why?
Cause like you gotta to get it in. I just kind of like, and then lay it down. To get it back out is a bitch. Cause that Velcro just holds so much of it, you can't get it to slide forward. And I'm kind of afraid I'm gonna break the cowl.
Yeah. Also, did you pay attention to the drivers?
I did. They are beautiful.
You are not getting that.
What? Bitch.
Fuck you. Do you want to see the amount of poop that my printer made?
I would love to see your printer's poop. Wow. That is quite the amount of poop. Now, did you post a picture of this and say my printer's first boat poop? Wow. Okay.
There's the amount of poop
Fair enough. Fair enough.
for the print.
That's why I got extras.
Yeah.
That's a lot of poop.
And there's more in here, but
It's terrible for you to hold it. You should really get all of your poop out.
it's true. You should.
Glenn said printer vomit.
No, it's poop.
Yeah, it's poop.
Comes out the poop chute.
William said he got a Rockabilly. The Muse works good. I found 3 of 4 shocks empty, and I changed the tire inserts to different ones. Yeah. Are those stock Vanquish shocks? Is that what you used? Because those suck. And drill these holes big enough. Martha fluffer.
So anyway, the drivers we printed both of ours at the same time, and it was a 34-hour print.
That's a lot.
We got 12 hours into the first print, which is this guy.
Yeah.
Didn't realize how much poop it was making, and I only have one little poop chute container.
Yeah.
Which I was like, it's only, it's this big, it's, this big square. I'm like, I don't need that much space. Because they make ones that like wrap around the side and have like a giant space.
Right.
I'm like, I don't need all that. Well, apparently if you're doing a lot of multicolor, you do need that size poop chute. Because 12 hours in, it clogged the whole poop chute and messed up the print, knocked the print head, or the hot end head off.
So the moral of the story is to make sure your poop chute is big enough for the load.
Right.
Gotcha.
So then when we restarted them, everyone in the house was on poop chute duty, and every time somebody walked past the printer, they were to empty it.
Gotcha. Now, did you take turns staring at the poop chute?
Nope,
No. Okay.
I don't think so. Maybe.
Fallen is here. Hello, sir.
Good evening, sir. So if you want some torsos,
And not only torsos, I want full drivers.
but anyway, in the amount of time that it sat idle, it shifted.
Yeah.
And so once I restarted, then
Yeah.
so we stopped the whole thing.
I can see how that's a problem moving across a pond 30 feet away at 40 miles an hour.
Well, you know what? I thought about that after I had stopped it,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Big old full send out the poop chute.
Yeah, I didn't know it had that many poops. But I did the math, and it was somewhere between 900 and 1,200 poops for that print.
Wow. Just for one?
Well, for the two drivers.
Brandon doesn't have one yet?
Yeah. This is all one piece.
Yeah.
So we had two of them. So
Oh, you
four
guys
people.
both have yellow and red drivers.
Well, no, his are red, and his suit is red. Basically, the colors are flipped. But it's the same four colors across the print. So like it didn't add it added a little bit more time because obviously it's printing the driver, but like switching colors didn't add any more time.
And that's what makes the poops, right?
Yeah, every layer it has to switch the color 3 times.
Oh, that's silly.
So it was like 900 and some odd poops.
Yeah. Personally, I'd just rather have one in black and then just paint or silver.
So that's kind of what I wanted. But Brandon really was excited that we could, because you can. William actually taught me how to do it, but there's a little paint bucket, and you click it, and you can like be like, I want this color. You can just pick all your colors, and so that's what we did.
Gotcha.
So it was more of just testing what the printer can do.
Boom.
It's not very.
I'm aware. Not very magnety.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like one of my screws needs to stick up higher or something.
So the infill, since I have this, half model, perfect. So kind of depending on where, whatever color it was, is what it used for the infill.
Wait. That one's stainless. That's not even. No, it's not. JK. Well, I don't know what the hell's the problem with
Is it because these are sunk in a little bit?
But they're not sunken. They're flush, like they should be. That's better.
John, I don't know what you're asking about slicing it wrong. I don't think so. It was just kind of there.
That sure was fun.
All right.
You can change it. Did it print the infill with the outside color?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm no 3D printer deep god or anything.
It's true. You're not. You're getting there.
I'm working on it.
Oh God.
Oh, cheese whiz.
That's not gonna stay there.
All right. Last chance. Anyone want a really cool Class 2 comp truck? Going once. Going twice.
Having to print the infill as the outside color saves some changes. So the problem with it is it used red, black, and yellow in each layer. So
Jeremy, if you had $1,198 to that, you can have it.
I don't know how much it would have saved. Those jet boat driver heads could give kids nightmares. Oh, because of the blank gray faces?
Oh, really? It also, oh, they look like uh, the big stone heads on that one island.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it, what's that shit called? What are you asking for? 1,200. I can go over it real quick. I posted it in my group. I don't know if you saw it or whatever. It is a brazen hardline with the bug body. Nothing is.
Is the dust included?
The dust is included. That is actual Bullen built dust from building other tube chassis. So it's a Mama Micro, a Black Jacket NOD2, raw 800 LP. The frame is fully carbon fiber, has just aluminum standoff crossmember things here. Vision late night swirly boys with 350s in the back. The F10s have brass up front. These are those are VP heavy. It has underdrive in the rear plus the underdrive portal gears in the back. Has an incision front drive shaft. Has the PEC, deluxe drafts, bent links. Has tusks with actual anti-foams in the front and crawler innovations in the rear. It's actually a really nice truck. I just don't want to go class 2 crawling. So it works really well. It doesn't unload until about there when you're going vertically. So I got the price, I added it all up, and then I think I took 70% of that, something along those lines. Good evening, Jeepers. Hello, Tommy.
Good evening.
Tommy Kubo.
Another LJ here.
Yeah, bud. The right way.
Yeah.
John, if you're interested, let me know. If you're not, then just let me know as well. I'll start taking it apart. So what you doing?
Swapping my other
see
curry.
See that? Putting 10-2s in it?
Yeah.
Barf.
Well,
You don't drive it anyway, right?
I don't drive it anyway, yeah.
Have you driven this at all since it was blue and done?
No, because I swapped to the forward motor mount and transfer case, like the creeper.
Oh, this has like 9,000%.
9,000% overdrive. Yeah.
It's like 2 to 1 or something. It was really, really ridiculous. I remember that now.
Well, yeah, I had 30% in the transfer case, and then I want to say they were over under as well, or over or under, one of the two. Because then I was going to swap to just a regular, no overdrive transfer case, and the outputs didn't work with the forward motor mount, and it was just a whole thing. So I think I'm going to swap in an SSD trans.
I like this idea. I support this. Even though the hood doesn't open and you won't really see it.
True. But this is going to be lower than the 3-gear transfer case setup that it was before.
Gotcha.
And you know, like, the fuck, Rabbit?
Okay.
I don't know. I just felt like, just keep throwing money at it. Right?
I mean, you're preaching to the choir there.
I figure the more cool shit I do to it, the more money Corey will eventually give me one day.
Gotcha. I thought Corey wanted the other one.
He wants this one.
Wow. Interesting. Well, I started building an interior for the turquoise truck the other day, the crew cab.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it almost all done. I'm getting ready to probably paint it sometime in the next week or so. Paint more of it, touch up, whatever. And then I was going to start with the old strawberry long cake. I was going to start an interior, and then quickly found out I had bigger problems than no interior. So
Yeah, you gotta watch out for them old chests.
yeah, so I might be looking for a trail finder chassis if anybody has one. It doesn't need to be nice because I'm going to cut it in half anyway. But apparently making the chassis half out of 3D printed square tube thing, whatever,
Was not the move.
was not the move, especially when the truck is 14 feet long.
Literally.
Yeah, it's a big. It's so big that Lynn goes, "That's a really big truck," and I said, "Yes, I'm very aware."
It's like literally that's what she said.
Literally, that's what she said. She may have said that thing's really big, but I don't think she's ever said that to me. So I don't think it's what she said. Well, John hasn't said anything, so I'm gonna start taking this part. But I'm not gonna use tools. I'm just gonna rip it.
Nice.
No screws, just. So, part of me really wants to. Well, I thought about running the NOD in that, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Just because it's so much smaller. Just everything is just so much smaller. You know. I could put a flat skid in it, run the NOD too. No worries, no worries. I get it. I'm just like I said, I've got time away from work at this point, so I can get to doing some of the things and getting rid of some of the things that I've been trying to get rid of or thinking about getting rid of for the last year and a half.
Oh. Now I'm making all the noise on the.
Jesus.
Oh shit! Where's my other? My cart's not working, babe. To the shop.
What are you doing over there?
Try not to crash.
Brother? Brother. Hit me, brother. Alright. So, who all is going to Rocktober and is going to come hang out with us? Other than Glenn. We know Glenn's going. We can't stop him, I guess.
Well, Glenn better hit my PayPal before
Yeah.
he needs a new place to stay.
Yeah. Glenn's going to end up dying before he gets there. Jason said, me. Nice, nice. We are planning on doing more running than sitting at the canopy. So if you are also thinking of doing those things, then we will be out there. I don't think we're going to put anything together because it just says what it is. But I'm excited. I'm excited to just go and just be able to run trucks. Especially if it doesn't rain in monsoon.
Yeah.
Are we doing 6 things when we go, or what are we doing? I had 6 things pretty much ready for May, and then we didn't.
like a
Hopefully
diff.
less rain than BTC. Hell yeah. I don't think it could rain anymore. So I mean, you know,
Well, don't tempt it.
I'm just saying. I don't think there's more rain possibilities. I am excited. I love Rocktober. I like Rocktober better than Beat the Creek, honestly, just because the weather, as a general, the weather,
Yeah.
and less people, all that stuff. I think it's a good time, and it will be a good time. Speaking of good times, did you ever find that picture of your mom?
Was I looking for a picture of my mom?
I thought so.
No, Haley was looking.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. Same. No, we're for real. Speaking of a good time, what are we doing at 8:30? What got going on now?
Magic cookie bar.
Yes, I love those things. Is it easy to make? Is that
Yeah.
why we have it a lot? Awesome. Dude, all right, we're going to discuss next. All these freaking Cletus shirts I bought all feel like they are like constricting and choking me. And I don't really normally,
Why do you think I wear V-necks?
I don't feel that way normally. Like these things are really, really small in the neck. Anyone else have some Cleater shirts and have the same problem?
Well, I realized you were wearing one, so I was gonna grab mine, but I couldn't find it. So
You know, oh, speaking of not finding things, you know what really pissed me off? I bought 5 of them, right?
right.
I cannot find my Jack Stan Jimmy shirt, and I never got to wear it. It's literally just gone. Not in the laundry. Liv did all the laundry that day. It was like, the laundry is done. Nothing is in the baskets. I said, okay, cool. Go through my closet. Nowhere. So I was like, okay. Maybe it's just not where it's supposed to be. So I went back to the normal black stuff. Not in there. Okay, so then I got like RC black stuff. I already went through that. Then we went through real car black. Not there. Said, okay, well, what the hell? Or the other way around, sorry. And then I went through all my band shirts. Not there either.
John, that's what I assumed too.
I think that's the only thing that I can even remotely conclude as well.
Good evening, Jared.
Hi, Jared. Is that maybe Reese has it? Because nothing else really makes sense other than that. Hi, Daddy. And my wife does have a really bad habit of giving her my clothes. So I guess there's that. What the hell? Who put this together? One random ass cat head. So cool. Well, all of you coming to Rocktober, be ready to buy some things. Bring money. I'm gonna have the wife and my dad chilling at the tent canopy, whatever you want to call it. They'll have shirts and stickers and all sorts of cool shit that I need to get rid of. And all that stuff. And it will be a good time. And there'll be parts and hair stuff.
How much you want to bet these shock ball ends don't fit? God damn it.
Take that as a no. Same, brother.
Because then those are two.
All right. Do tell.
Do tell what?
You didn't really make words. You said because then those are too damn.
Well, those are too small.
Gotcha.
These are too big.
You need some Goldilocks.
Yeah.
Just
I feel like rod end should be universal, like 12mm hex. Or universal.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree. I think the problem being, though, is that people or companies like Axial have already made their shit enormous, and then
Yeah, and then Traxxas is like, I think we'll go a little bigger.
yeah. I like my Traxxas shotguns, so I wouldn't complain, but I understand if you do. If one of my daughters say they like one of the shirts, it's gone. Yeah. Yeah. Mine has taken a lot of stuff that didn't fit or that I ended up not wearing. So it's not too bad. But I'm also pretty possessive over my shirts, so they kind of know better. Oh, thank you, Jared. You didn't even include a message. It just says things. I hope to see you there as well. What do you guys think of the FMS Funhaver Bronco? I don't have a opinion on that because I haven't seen that. Anything FMS though, I immediately is red flag.
Why did Jared Hopper send you money?
I don't know, and he didn't even ask anything. He just was like, "Have some money." I was like, okay, cool. But I told him I appreciate it. And if he has a question that he would like to ask at any point in time, he's more than welcome to.
What the hell?
It won't be a Rocktober. What? Why? This year's just fallen to shit.
Do you have your shock pliers handy?
Of course.
I need to bring mine out. I thought I did.
Here, friend. Thanks. You're welcome.
Oh, she gone.
Shit out. So, you know what's crazy is how many times I ran these late nights, and some of them don't have any rock rash at all. Actually, this one has a scratch. This one has none. That's wild. Just shows how good of a driver I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just dodging all the rocks.
All the rocks in the
Hitting the cones, but dodging the rocks. Good job.
Gonna be at the Holland Crawl in Leesburg, Alabama. I guess, I see that. I gotta understand that, you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Because that's not where we're at.
Yeah, nerd.
Yeah, freaking nerd.
Freaking nerd. Well, I will miss you, for sure. I will miss you. Oh, so you know how we discussed getting into one-to-one things and all that and timelines and such?
Yeah.
So I started thinking, right? And seemingly, the newer car that you buy, the better starting point you have, right?
Right.
Up to a point where new cars weigh 900,000 pounds as opposed to an old car that has nothing in it. So what's better than a Fox body? An SM95, right?
Okay.
And then I got to looking online and people talking and everything. And they're like, oh, an SM95 is lighter and smaller and more agile. But they're not as good as an S197 when it comes to, like the general starting point. They're like, you can completely mod to an autocross SM95 and it won't be as good as like basically a 197 with a fucking anti-roll bar or something, right? He's like, oh, okay, that's a good point. I can get behind that. And they're like, and they're not that much more expensive if you buy one of the early ones. I was like, oh, okay, I'll get on Facebook. Sure enough, I can get a V6 premium, like V6, sir. You know better than to think that's staying in there. So I've been looking at those.
Isn't the SN1 whatever the ugly body style one?
I don't think they're ugly. I like the early ones. I don't like the newer ones.
They're the ones that like were the original retro.
Yeah, they look like the '68 Mustang.
Yeah.
Brother
is right. They're.
I like them.
No. I mean, whatever. Good.
Anyway.
I'm happy for you.
So I got a 5.3 in parts sitting in my garage, right?
For when your other one blows up.
You know, things happen. So, so I just was thinking, like I looked at the parts. The only thing you need to swap it is like these little motor mount pads that are like $112. Boom shakalaka, Bob's your uncle. You know what I'm saying?
How'd you know Bob was mounted?
Well, we discussed it before. Everybody has an Uncle Bob. Doug said Fox over SN. I don't know about that. Visually, I'd agree with that. Actually, I lied. Visually, I'd take a 4-eye Fox over an SN95, other than like a Terminator style. Then they're about the same. I'm not a real big Fox fan. Mustang. Doug being there over Doug not being there. Yeah, well, Doug did some housework, some things. I don't know what you'd call that really. Doug moved some appliances yesterday and doesn't feel so hot today.
Doug learned how old he actually is.
Yeah. I'm sure that probably is what actually happened. Tommy said, we have the Ruby Princess at the next We Rock for us to see. I can. Hopefully it'll be running by then. I would like to use that as a shakedown, make sure everything's kosher time. Shalom, you know what I mean? Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to try.
Need your panhard bar for this.
Jason said, well, he could feel sore just as much there as at home. From the sound of it, I think he's better off at home, from what we just were told. Sorry.
Because I highly doubt Doug is just sitting at home on a wood chair.
Yeah, Doug's probably laying in his bed with like his phone propped up. Do you have any of those neck mount phone things? Lynn got me one for Christmas a couple years ago.
No.
10 out of 10. I like it a lot.
But Haley does have one of those for her Kindle, but it mounts to the nightstand. So then it's got this giant arm. And so like she lays down and just lays there and then like swings the arm over and then it just hovers there over her.
Nice. No, this goes around your neck. It's like got foam. And then it has like a flexi thing with a phone holder. And so you just put it on, and like you can lay in bed and just tilt it. And your phone just kind of chills there. And you just, instead of having to hold it, do one of these things and get carpal tunnel. Whoa.
Yeah, it doesn't have a panhard.
Oh. I thought that's what you just put on.
No, it needs a longer one.
Wow. Story of my life, right?
Yeah.
Where's it? Oh, I see. Get on it. Go make one. Right now. Yeah, we'll be here. Dustin, hello. Tommy said, do or do not, there is no try. Yeah, I know. It should be. I mean, When, I don't even know when the next We Rock is. When's the September We Rock? The day after we go to Ohio?
Uh,
Really?
no, it is the week before,
Okay, cool.
and I won't be there.
Sweet. So, gotta take on Travis and everybody by myself.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it won't change my standings because I'm always ahead of you. usually.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Precisely.
Yep. Did I mention that Dustin was here? DR Custom
Yeah.
Wiring. The doctor is in the house. His house.
So here is
We sure got a lot of Jeeps on the table there. All LJs too.
here's the LJ comparison.
Yeah. It's really, it's not that much bigger, honestly.
No.
That's kind of crazy. Visually, it looks a lot bigger, but
Yeah.
it's not like the hood is pretty much the same width as far as back here.
It's a hair wider.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not. Well, what is that? A quarter of an inch though? You need to come over a little bit, like right there.
Yeah, a quarter of an inch.
So a quarter times 10, like what, 2 inches or so? It's really not that bad. 2.5. Really good.
I can't wait for Rocktober, and the whole booth is just full of Jeeps.
I'll bring all of mine.
Same.
All 3 of them. I still haven't cut the extra, the YJ, by the way. I've been procrastinating cutting the YJ just because I never got that material off of you, by the way, for the back bumper.
It's back there. Just remind me.
Well, that's what we said last week too, and then, well, that didn't work. So. Mad flex, yo. No, it doesn't have that much flex anymore. You got about 2 tires full? 2 tires worth? Tires. There we go.
Take it easy, Tommy.
Bye, Tommy. Have fun doing whatever you're doing. Oh, yeah. All up in that fender.
Yeah, buddy. John said he likes mats just because of the color you decided to paint it.
Hey, thanks.
Glenn said, holy fucking hell, it's bigger than I thought it was.
It's really not that big. I think this is throwing it off because it doesn't have a windshield. So the big windshield makes it look much larger.
And also, like, yours to mine is a better comparison because mine has the bigger flares in the front.
Yeah.
Make it that much bigger.
Yeah, there's that too.
It's not far enough off that my OCD is twitching.
Yeah.
And causing me to sell it. This one.
That's what I was worried about for
me
personally. I was worried that it would be so big that knowing that they should be this size would mess with me. But you also got to think this is on 475s. These are 419s, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've got a pretty big difference in tire.
It is pretty cool that the cages they're at almost the same ride height.
Mm-hmm.
And one's on 419, the other's on 475s.
Yeah. Well, it's, hammered.
Yeah, this needs to sit a little lower.
Yeah. I mean, up travel is really overrated.
Yeah.
It looks 1/8. It really doesn't. Maybe.
Glenn, until you get your juggy completed, you can't talk. Brad Raff, what's going on?
Hello.
We are talking Jeep-tober.
Jeep-tober. Brad said, when is Rocktober? It's the second weekend of October, whatever that is. The 10th, 11th, right?
Yes.
Something like that.
10th through the 12th.
That. You should go with us. You can sleep with Jordan.
You can take Glenn's spot because he hasn't paid me yet. So
that's true too. Or you might be able to take my wife's spot because she hasn't paid either yet. I mean, I'll cuddle. It's fine.
Levi finally got himself an optic. Nice.
Hey-o. Sorry. I mean, congratulations. However you want to look at it. These things are tall. Are my super swampers that squatty? Or are these just...
They are pretty squatty.
They're pretty squatty. That's a good point. I cannot wait to run this thing, dude.
Glenn, you can see it at Rocktober. It's really not. It's not that big of a difference.
It's not. So I think one thing that's really thrown it off is the grill on the LJ is complete and the TJ is cut off at the bottom. So it's visually very short. And then these hoods have this bump, which makes everything look taller as well. I definitely see what you're seeing.
I mean, there's no denying it. The IJs are bigger, but it's not enough.
It's not the CJ. It's not the actual CJ. That bitch is big.
Yeah. Which is why I sold mine shortly after I got it.
This.
Fixed.
So,
Dad, let me know.
Yeah, for sure. So I think before Rocktober, I'm making a semi-plan. I don't really care about the YJs and such. Are we going to take... We need to make a plan of what we're going to try and run.
Everything.
Well, the problem being is that I have thought about that. I'm like, oh, okay. So we want to do an LJ run, right?
Yep.
We clearly probably want to do a 6 run because we only run them 2 times a year and we've already missed out on 1 time, right? So there's 2 trails we're already running. So that's maybe Friday, whatever. Okay. So then what else are we taking out? We're taking buggies out, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Like to take buggies.
Right. You gonna run your TJ or you're gonna take a different buggy? Like we rock buggy or?
Well, that will depend. That trail specifically would depend on whether or not my dad goes. Because if he goes, then he'll be driving the YJ all weekend. Because it's on a separate remote already.
That's true. It's odd how that thing was like, or is, I guess, you're like, this thing's amazing. But it also turned into the full loner. Like just whoever wants to run it, if you don't have a crawler, take this thing that everyone beats off over on Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, no, you can't hurt it.
I know.
It's on a 3 gear. It's solid rod cage.
Yeah.
It's on Curry's.
The only problem is the hood is worth $150.
I've got a red one back there.
True.
Oh yeah, Doug said leafer things.
Yeah, I gotta put my K10 back together, I guess. I might do that next Monday. I think I'm gonna put
I'll leave my K10 on the table. YJ things. If we do leafer things, I'm definitely taking the YJ. I did not enjoy driving the K10.
Really?
At all.
I enjoyed mine for the 10
minutes. Hey, there's a rock over there. Oh, my front bumper already hit
it. Fair. If we're doing YJ things, I'll finish my charcoal YJ then. Well, I don't know about finish, but I'll at least get it rolling.
I definitely want to run these. Yeah, I mean, I see
You're just pushing for all the Jeeps. You're like, no K10s, we run YJs.
I didn't say you can't run your K10. I just did not enjoy the K10. Whereas I do enjoy my Jeeps, and
I did enjoy my K10. However, if you want to run YJs, since mine has been a failure both times I've tried to run it, I would be more than happy to take mine out. But I think I would probably end up taking out the 445 Toyo one, the stretched one.
Ooh. I'm not even going to say it.
What?
445s made me think of F-Toys.
Ah. That was another thing I was thinking of the other day. We haven't taken our F-Toys out. I thought about taking our F-Toys in a couple weeks to Ohio. Oh, yeah, yours doesn't run. Because it's not really a thing.
It's like a handful of bars.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I always forget that you sold yours like a nerd and then never built another one. Fucking nerd.
Yeah. And some asshole won't sell it back to me.
What an asshole. Oofta.
I should come up with some, grand sob story. That's why I need it back in the emotional attachment I have to it.
Do you think he'll care?
He seems like a nice person.
We're talking about Corey, right?
Right.
I mean, Corey's a nice person. I just don't think he's going to care.
I don't think so. Like, no. Did you see the guy, was it Kenny's RC crap or whatever, posted looking for F-Toy builds?
Mm-mm. Did you think about selling him the one that's not done yet?
No. I really liked my F-Toy.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to sell the one I sold. But that amount of money, I'm like,
Yeah.
I've since learned that.
I want to build another one, but I don't want to actually build another one.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, I look at mine when we run them, and I'm like, oh, I would change some things. But for me to change those things would mean completely redoing half of the damn buggy. Because I have my cage is too far forward. I want to move it back. But I can't really do that because that's every single connecting bar plus the down bars in the front moving back. And then if I move it back, my frame's not actually long enough. So I'd have to move, I'd have to kind of, mess with
So
that.
one thing I'll have to figure out on mine is the hip bar or whatever, the main hoop is just a hair short of being level with the frame, like front to back, which makes me really sad because the first one was spot on.
Yeah, mine's not. I think my rear bars that connect are like kicked at an angle a little bit.
Yeah, my front was straight up and down, and my rear, I think, kicked back just a hair, and it was perfect.
If it makes you feel better.
It does.
Okay, never mind.
Whoa.
I was gonna say, if it makes you feel better, I could see selling mine. We'll just be done with it.
No, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
So I will keep mine.
Okay. Because I've been, now that, like I've said, once I have now time to slow down, I've been scanning everything, going, okay, why do I have this? If it's not a shelf queen,
Feature cool.
okay. If it's not a shelf queen pretty truck, then I'm literally going through, why do I have this? I keep the pineapple because I love that thing. I don't get to drive it as much as I wish I could because, I get what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
But I've also got, I don't know, at least 10 trucks that literally just sit on a shelf and look pretty. Well, some of them aren't even really good at that because they're kind of taken apart right now, but regardless.
Yeah.
So I'm going through, I got 3 YJs. All right, so I got the one that's comp cut, with the long leaves, not done yet, whatever. Then I've also got the stock
What's going
one.
on, Cody?
Hi, Cody. I've also got the stock one, right? Okay, so that's me. You can take those that way. Those are matching. Like, there's a reason to keep that, right?
That's not really good.
That fucking guru one, I don't know what to do with. Because I think it's really cool, but I don't know if it would replace the one of the other two.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have like a spot. You know what I'm saying? I also doesn't really, or it also doesn't really have like a direction.
Well, you need to make a direction.
Direct it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So finish the turquoise crew cab by Rocktober. I don't think that's gonna happen. I need I need to buy that trailer, and I need to figure that out with you. But B, Chad was talking about body mounts, like these little L-shaped doodads. You know what I'm talking about? I need to find those somewhere, and I need to print 19 bazillion of them. If we can do that.
The old bamboo can handle it.
Old bamboo.
Yep.
Now, do you think pandas eat those 3D printers, or just?
I don't think so.
Okay. Do you think they like them?
Probably not.
I think
A little too tough.
Got it.
Ryan said next week is supposed to cool down in Missouri, so he thinks Be the perfect time to build a cage for a CJ7. Speaking of Jeep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. John said can't bullshit a bullshitter. Not 100% sure when he said that, but I don't know what we were talking about.
I don't remember.
Doug said leafer things.
Yep, that's when we talked about the Jeep.
KKK. Oops.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yikes.
Speaking of, did you see
Those
the?
fucks were in Indy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that? And my father-in-law was posting about it, and all his granola old people hippie friends were freaking out, saying that it shouldn't be allowed and all that stuff, and all this. And so me and this one guy were like, this is the opposite side of free speech. Like, you're okay with, because some of them are very crazy, like they are really out there, like wackadoodles. But you got Antifa out here, and you're like, yeah, fuck the man, like whatever. Like, this is the other side of that, where, but not even saying that. But you know what I'm saying? I was like, and they're like, no, you shouldn't be able to do that. And I'm like, this is, if you want one side, you have to allow the other. Like, that's just how this works. And all the old fucking Bettys and Karens and Susies were having a cow because me and some dude named Jason, I think, were using logic, and they were not having it.
Yeah, but I don't know if I agree with what you're saying though.
Why?
Because there's a difference between.
Doesn't matter. It's free speech. You can't decide what you consider offensive and keep someone else, because then someone's going to do that to you. That's a whole snowball that you can't. As long as you're not inciting violence, it's legal. They're not inciting violence. Are they out there saying some real wild shit? Yes, but they're not they're not catching things on fire. I know that much.
No, they prefer to keep those at their house.
Listen, bro.
In cross shapes.
Listen, you know what? The one thing someone said that I will agree with, okay? I don't agree with going out there and marching and doing this and having a mask on. Whether you're on one side, the other, the front, back, whatever.
Yeah, say it with your whole chest.
Exactly. Go out there. If you've got the balls to go out there, have the balls to go out there. That's the one thing that I've always thought was, I don't know how you would regulate that or whatever. Like, I don't think that's, but take your mask off. If you're going to go out there and say some wild shit, don't hide. Just say some wild shit. You know what I mean? So, anyway.
Before it goes too far.
Yeah. So, but.
No, Jason, none of us have a 3D scanner.
Nope. Those are expensive.
I think you can do some stuff with the iPhone, but I don't know. Nor have I tried it.
You can try.
Because they have, at least some of them have the LiDAR.
Some of them?
Yeah.
How do you know which one does?
Yours does.
Okay.
The Pros.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Do you know that 17 comes out next week or next month, supposedly?
Yeah?
Yeah, it's supposed to be all the rage, much better or whatever, which I've heard since the iPhone 11 or whatever.
Right.
Colorado Adventure Club says it's trash. I'm assuming he's talking about the LiDAR on the iPhones.
Probably. Yeah.
Well, saved us some time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did see something today that talked about the.
It's not the 16E. Guess what one I have? Oof. That's the.
What is the E?
That's the. Might as well be an Obama phone. Love doing Jeep things.
Anyway, so we're on iOS 18 or whatever it is currently.
Yeah.
Apparently the iOS 26 is in beta testing. Because
there's a lot of numbers between 18 and 26.
Well, so I guess they're switching to doing it by the year.
Okay.
Is at least what one of the comments said. Because everyone's like, the fuck you mean 26? We're all on 18.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the version 20 iOS 26 They said don't download it right now because it is like erasing people's like contacts
Oh,
and like if you have old voicemails saved and all sorts of shit.
I have to turn that off because I've got some voicemails saved that I'd like to have.
Well, just don't do like you have to sign up for the beta.
Okay. Well, I won't do that.
Dustin said it's the poor version, ass hats.
Yeah, exactly what I said. Might as well be in Alabama. Got one of them government cheese phones.
So in my mind, I was thinking it should have been the P for peasants.
Or a B for broke.
God damn.
That's the Brandon's phone. The iPhone BD for broke dick.
What's funny is he's probably up there watching us.
Oh, I know. I know that. Cody said, I have better luck with photos over the video. What? A subscriber lent me a scanner. I need to see if I can learn how to use it. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I want to know what John was talking about when he said can't bullshit a bullshitter. I want to know what we were talking about. And there we go. Something, I guess.
That was when I was arguing with Glenn about the size difference of the bodies.
Yeah, gotcha. Dude, watching the viewer count just go up and down. It's been from like 19 to 32 to 29 to 26 to whatever.
Just about the size of the Jeeps.
Yeah. It's really not that bad.
YouTube censored his comment.
It
It wasn't us,
wasn't me.
because I've not declined a single comment anytime I've ever seen him.
So anyway, back to what we're doing at Rocktober.
Jeep things.
LJs, sixes.
Jeep things.
Okay. I guess so. I'm gonna try to get the crew cab at least visually. Okay, I was gonna try. My thought was I was gonna take the old strawberry long cake here, and that was gonna be our like drive around, get cool shit. Because I mean the bed's as big as this damn table. I was like, oh, we can just throw a bunch of shit in
You
there.
better reinforce that 3D print.
Well, I'm gonna just get rid of the 3D print altogether. I think I'm gonna take a piece of aluminum C channel and just all the way down it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my plan. I also need to find a new bed for it because that bed's a little ridiculous.
Can you not just cut it?
Well, then I'd have to repaint the whole truck. My thought was if I put a flatbed on it, like I thought Metric Matt said he was going to print it for me, but I won't hold him to that. He said, oh, I have this file I'll print you on, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, oh, so if I know how long that is, you know, from the back of the cab to the wheel well, I can cut it down that much. Because I like, it's literally this long. I mean, it's got to be that long in front of the dually fenders. So, I mean, wheel well wise, it's like this. The bitch is huge.
Yeah.
It's a big girl.
So, LJs.
Yep.
Sixes.
Yep.
Leaf spring of sorts.
Leaf spring of some sort. I might take my F20 then.
And a buggy.
Put that together. And a buggy. So I need to finish my Samurai buggy, the Portal 4-wheel steer. That way I can run it. What are we going to run?
Trails.
Yeah. So obviously we're going to take sixes on 9.
Right?
That's the only answer.
Correct.
If we run tiny tire stuff, leaf springs.
Probably have to run that dumb trail that we were in last time.
2 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Gabe might be coming with me to Rocktober, by the way. Brad, are you still going? That's fun. I mean, I don't really think the boys will have fun with that. I mean, another little dude for them to
Yeah.
hang out and play with.
Yeah, we might be at capacity for
Yeah,
everybody.
especially for Douglas. Well, I mean, Glenn and Gabe could figure out their sleeping situation however.
Plus, he has a baby.
Oh yeah, there's that too. I meant in general, like, because I mean, Lynn and I will only be in one bed. So then Doug and the boys would be in one bed. I don't know what your plan is doing or whatever. But, I mean, there's couches and
Yeah.
sleep on the love seat. Got a couple of couches. Sleep on the love seat. And you know, nothing.
Nothing.
2 turntables and microphone.
Nothing. Glenn said he has an air mattress. So my other concern is, like, there's only allowed so many people to stay here. We have 40 people rolling.
If they're under 18, they don't count.
We brought all of Rocktober with us.
Hey, you know what? Things happen.
Ooh, maybe we can get.
It's Beck.
What?
Got a couple of couches. Sleep on the love seat. It's Beck. That's who sings that song. Where it's at.
Gotcha.
2 turntables in my That's what is it? Termite choker on the splinter. Yeah. So I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me?
Yeah.
Yeah, not 2 turntables in my front. I know what I meant. Worst case, Gabe and I can camp in the back of the Jeep. You know what? You do whatever. I have a feeling Lynn's not gonna pay you, and we're gonna have to find someone to fill his void at the house. That's what's gonna happen.
Brandon, I found the thread locker.
If he goes, I swear he says he wants to go every year and then he backs out. I believe that's just kids in general, because my son will do that as well. Holden will say he wants to go somewhere, and then he realizes that he's going to have to leave the house and, like, you know, do things. And he's like, change my mind. No. But I mean, I've done the same thing.
Cash in person, it's just easier.
Yeah, cool story, except for that doesn't really work. We've discussed this.
I don't think I can tell your loan officer that.
Yeah.
Oh, just front the money for months.
Yeah.
Yes, Metric Matt is coming as well.
Yes, sir. Making the trip from Canada. Hey.
I didn't realize that he goes to as many things
right?
as he does.
Right, I know. We're in a little group chat with him, and he's always just. Yes, cool story, Glenn. But that doesn't work. What don't you understand?
Well, if that's the case, then everyone needs to split up your payment and pay me, and then get refunded when you pay in cash.
Yeah, because that's how it's worked before. Is you were taking a spot that was already paid for, and then we were all getting paid back, and it was getting split up. Now you're paying Jordan and Haley for the money that they've fronted. See, so he's got to pay that back, and preferably not 3 months down the road, but like now. You know, see how this.
Oh, he was confused.
How?
Did I not explain that?
How? Jason said, I'm cuddling on top of Jordan. He's fluffy. He is very comfortable to lay on. I've heard.
You laid on me.
You were asleep. Don't worry about it.
Once I put my CPAP on,
I was
I'm
just
out.
saying, you had your Darth Vader.
Yep.
It's fine. Not in now in detail. Now I understand. Jesus. West Virginia, bud. I tell you.
Room for rent.
Can confirm. Jordan sleeps every night. Yeah, he does. For sure.
My bad.
For sure. Sorry for partying.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Oh, did we go over what you're doing on the side of your LJ? You're doing panels, right?
So I was originally going to do metal armor like you,
This is what's up. I even still have the template.
but I don't know with the flares. I guess I would just have to figure that out.
How do the flares work? Screws
I
from
think
the
they
side.
screw. Yeah, they screw them from
That
the
is inconvenient.
Yeah. So I thought about doing the printed like armor for the back, and then do metal sliders with a little, bump out slider.
Yeah. I have a feeling this is going to be flared out by the time I get done with the trail.
Yeah.
If they're even still there. I'm not real sure.
I mean, you've got enough tiny screws down the side.
You know what's crazy is that's not even all the holes.
Oh, I'm aware.
That's what was nuts about that. I'm ready to run this thing. But what sucks is I don't want to scratch it, but I also don't want to take it to Rocktober without testing it.
Yeah.
You know? I may take the body off of it. Or you got that extra body. We just put a spare on top. I can test it like we're a test body.
Then I sell it to Jacob.
Then you sell it to Jacob. That's right. Room. I've never had a room. Well, you do now. This is what happens when you pre-plan. You get a room, you don't have to sleep on a wicker couch.
True. And that couch doesn't exist anymore, so.
Well, it exists. It's just not.
I don't know.
Not available. I assume so.
Maybe it went somewhere else.
Like the Goodwill.
Maybe.
Well, it still exists. Then. It's just in some other old lady's house.
Well, Glenn, you were never going to sleep on that couch again anyway.
Truth.
Unless for whatever reason, when the lady sold that house, she sold the furniture to the new place.
That'd be wild. Could you imagine walking into the new house and then seeing that, like, whatever, pretty as a bomb or whatever poster, and the couch, and, like, the hand knob thing?
It's like complete
That'd be
deja vu.
Like, I thought we got a new house. This is the old house.
Glenn is bummed we're in a different house.
I agree with that.
Really?
Kinda. It's just one of those things where, like, now we've gotten to know the house, you know what I'm saying? And, like, it's become the thing.
So I think parking might be an issue.
Yeah.
Compared to what we had.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to pile in a little more.
We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to try to pile in back and forth instead of me and you in the Verb and Doug and the boys in his car and Glenda doing this and all of their shit. I like the parking situation. The one bad thing about that house though is it wasn't bad this time because he didn't stay with us last Beat the Creek, right? He stayed with us in Rocktober.
Right.
Yeah. Last year at Beat the Creek, because it was so hot, it was miserable in the house upstairs. We were dying.
Which no guarantee that the new house isn't going to be the same way.
True.
But it has an additional shower.
That's a positive. All of us in one shower is not a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, showering with a bunch of guys all at the same time was a little weird.
That's exactly how that happened. The 2-in-1 is 40 millimeters long, 49 millimeters long, and the Fusion SC is like 51. Okay, cool. So that new motor that he has will also fit the Holmes 2-in-1.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Did you not see Cody's new motor?
No.
He has a 22 RE that fits over the Fusion, which is super convenient for little buggies and things.
Interesting.
You know, what would be also super convenient is if we had stubby mods on the F-Toys and the Fusion sticking out the front, and we could put the 22 on top of that, and then that way that would kind of camouflage our whole engine bay area that's just open to the world, and I think looks terrible, but also kind of looks like what it's supposed to.
Yeah. The Fusion is like 58. He lied.
Same. So I mean, regardless, the Holmes is shorter. Do a 4BT next. Hell yeah, I'm in with that. 4BTs are still big though.
Yeah.
That's still a big ass motor. In real life, they're still freaking huge too.
I just put it all in one place so it's still like hot and then
Can you not get to me? Are you trying to stay out? Thank you, sir. Oh, there you go. All right. Oof.
I got a big whiff of it. I got a fucking half can of it.
Hell yeah, really. I love this stuff. I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have started cooking this earlier.
I disagree. I am so happy with this. Ryan said, I really hope my crawler buddies are going to go to Beat the Creek next year. Absolutely cannot wait till next year for Beat the Creek. And you said you can't go to Rocktober. Can't remember why you said. Rather than talk about it. Yeah, there's conflict, something else going on, or something like that.
I'm curious, talking about the motors that slide over, curious about the Power Wagon motor that Tailgated had.
No, I saw it.
It looked like an inline 6.
Like the same 4-liter that would be in an LJ?
Yeah.
Really? Sure.
You know what I'm not looking forward to about Rocktober? With these?
Toting them around?
How many others are going to be? Like, oh, there's another one. And another one.
Yeah. That's like, in theory, I think it would be fun to do an LJ run and have all of them. But then also, I remember how much I don't like trailing with people I don't know.
Yeah.
Lynn said, I hope they're all there. Because, like, we've discussed before, one wrong person can take your whole 2-3 hour trail and just make it miserable.
Yeah.
It makes it easier for me to hate them. No reason I couldn't go, but been pretty busy over the weekend. Fair enough. I never realized how much of a hipster Lynn was.
Yeah.
He just likes to hate things. Lynn's a hipster. It's so mainstream. I hate it.
You can say my name, guys. What are we talking about?
What? Linda?
Yeah. I don't know.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I say your name. Like Destiny's Child. Say my name, say my name. Okay. No one is around you. Say, Glenda, I love you.
I say they'll fight you.
Can ruin your trail. No, I wasn't necessarily talking about you. I mean,
No.
it's just like when people get on the Indiana page and like, hey, we're having a trail run. Everybody should come. Da, da, da. Like, there are just a few people that I really like to trail with and that I know well enough that I could go out and spend 3 hours with and be like, oh, this is still a cool time. Like somebody's going to tell me how awesome their TRX4 is the whole time and how it was the best decision they made and that they're glad they didn't buy a Axial or a VP truck because they don't see the point for 3 hours. Like I'm not.
God, that's the Indiana page every other day.
Yeah, that's true. Like I don't really care what you're into. I mean, it's just for me personally, I just like. I mean, I guess it sounds stupid to say I like cool people, but
Can I see your elbow?
yeah. What are you looking at?
So from over there, this bar looked higher than this one.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe the dash is wrong because mine is also that way. But no, yours is not. It's not as noticeable as mine is.
It's not screwed down either. It's just sitting
I don't think that's going to help mine.
No.
Oh well.
there. John, good night. Thanks for hanging out with us. Cody, you nod and then walk away.
The hard thing is when you're on a trail together, you guys get to walk away the same direction.
Yeah. Here, the trails are a lot more. I mean, it's only 5 feet wide, so it's not like you can just get away from them. And I think you underestimate the power of annoyance of some of our local people also. We have a high caliber team driver in our area. I don't know if you knew that or not. So
Yep.
emphasis on high caliber, if you know what I mean. Slowly back up, no sudden movements. Yeah. I mean, for me, like we've talked about it before, for me going out and doing this is just relaxing. So the last thing I want to do is take someone else out that puts me on edge, or I'm just sitting there going, Jesus, would you shut the fuck up? Because initially, those thoughts won't be in my head.
Yeah. And like, I know you're going out with a group of people, but like a lot of times I seem to get stuck with somebody that's like either right in front of me or right behind me that wants to talk the entire time. And I'm like, I understand that we're here in a group, but I don't want to sit here and just talk the whole time. The only reason I'm here in a group is because watching your truck do things either right before or right after mine to see like the differences is why I'm doing this in a group, not to socialize.
Yeah. Jason said, rear fair, that's y'all for Vanquish and bashing Axial. What?
We don't bash Axial. We bash Traxxas.
Oh. Y'all are glass half empty. Dude, I just would rather not surround myself with those people. I think what the good path for me personally is, we go to comps, we meet people, we realize who we do like, and we can hang out with someone, and who is just it's cool to see them at a comp, and then we continue on about our day. And Jason, I think to clarify that, like as much as we're just messing around most of the time. It's more the people, and you just kind of classify them as like Traxxas people or whatever. But a lot of it's just people. Like, I don't really care if you have a 2/2 Wraith and want to go, do whatever.
Good evening, morning, Alan.
Hi, Alan. Yeah, Cody said, I think everybody is in different stages of RC. When you go to an event like that, it's going to bring the whole shebang. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I just have a very core desire when I go trailing that I want to go with people that I like, that I can handle being around for 3 hours by myself in the woods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to go with somebody that I can handle. If you're going to talk to me for 3 hours, I'm okay because I actually want to talk to you. Not, I mean, it has nothing to do with trucks. I've met a couple people that are hardcore Vanquish and Deluxe and with a nicer crawler or whatever that I can't stand. So
Just say his name, Glenn.
there's that too. Traxxas has its place. I've recommended a Traxxas a few times in the last couple weeks. Alan said, morning, evening, all. I just got up. Glad I didn't miss the cookies. Cody said, I think everyone is in different stages. Oh, shit, sorry. Then come to Colorado. I would like to do that, but that is.
I think Jason missed something. Something about a Traxxas and had a great time.
I took a Traxxas the first year we went to Rocktober.
Yeah.
Yeah. Traxxas has its place. Like, don't get me wrong there.
Really, it comes down to, like, if you're a Ford guy and you're like, oh, Dodges suck. Or Chevy hating on Ford or whatever. Like, I don't really give a shit what you're driving.
If it comes down to it, I don't care. Except Traxxas chargers and batteries. I hate proprietary stuff, especially. Yeah, they can piss off for that for sure.
I agree, Ryan.
Glenn said the TRX4 is the best out of the box color on the market, especially for new people trying to get into the hobby. The TRX4 is one of the best trucks for a new person getting into the hobby. 100%. Because you're going to be able to go out, make dumb decisions, do dumb shit, and it's going to take it versus where other trucks will break, for sure. Traxxas built the TRX4 like a
Brick shithouse.
Yeah, like a damn Summit or something. I've watched kids.
Well, they did make the Summit.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they took the theory of an 8-scale monster truck of everything is bulletproof and made it into a crawler. Like I've watched kids beat the dog shit out of TRX4s. It's a tank in stock form. Yeah. If it wasn't for Traxxas, I wouldn't be here, although I don't need any of them. Yeah, for sure. I had 3 or 4 of them whenever we really started going out. I mean, there wasn't a lot of Traxxas left of it, I guess. It's not super fair, but
I mean, I started with Axial.
yeah. That's what I actually started. Well, no. Technically, I started with 2, yeah, but however you want to call it. I also think, with what Jason said, because once again, I don't think Jason really knows us either. And it's one of the things we've talked about before, where when people see us at a comp, and we're just sitting there talking shit with the 7 or 8 people that we really know well, I think a lot of people just think we're assholes because they just don't know that we're just giving each other shit.
Good evening, Don.
Hi, Don.
We saved you a piece.
We did. It's delicious. So I'm gonna watch me eat it and let you watch me eat it as well. I'm gonna watch myself.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was Axial 100% until the Phoenix kit came out.
Yeah. I was gonna say that the Phoenix was what did a lot of VPs following, I would assume, especially recently. I went for a 5-hour walk with 30 plus people last weekend. Only knew about 10 of them. No one asked me to sleep with any of them, but they were all good blokes. Plus 2 dogs, 2 kids, a dog, and a wife. Cody said I kind of want a TRX4 now. If the TRX4 steered better,
Yeah.
I think it would be a much more viable platform for a even nicer truck. Ryan said I started with the Axial Extend Scorpion. The first time I flexed on a rock and crawled over an obstacle, I was hooked. Yeah.
That's what I started with.
Scorpion?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we went from what I thought was really cool, built out of aluminum angle and flat plate and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden you had a Scorpion, and a stock Scorpion would walk all over everything else I had, and it was over from there.
Yeah. So I've been around just long enough. Like I was like starting to get ideas for like build a TLT, and then they dropped the Axial, and I was like, well, there you go.
Yeah. I had quite a few. Hey, friends, just tuning in.
Hey, there's the other person.
Hey, there you are.
Teleguy, you got yours done yet?
Don said his first crawler was a 79 Bronco TRX4. That was my first TRX4. I bought it, sold the body off of it for like half of what I paid for the damn thing, and sold a bunch of shit off of it, and then went out and drove it.
It is wild to see people say, like Don just said, that his first was the TRX4. Like people that you would think have been in the hobby for ever.
Well, the TRX4 has been out for 12 years or some shit like that.
Well, I know, but even like Glenn said, his first was the SCX10.
Yeah, Deadbolt.
Right.
I mean, at least that was a little later. So I guess that just proves your point, though, yeah.
Yeah.
Tooltime anyway said my daughter's first rig was a Sunset Bronco at 10. My grandson loves his Axial. I'm partial to anything with wheels and spending time with friends and family. I've had a lot of different stuff. I don't think there's a brand. I've never owned a Red Cat crawler.
I owned a Gen 7.
Yeah, I knew better than that.
Well, because I picked it up for like
Okay.
$100.
Oh yeah. You overpaid by about 25.
Well, I figured because I was like, it's basically a 10-1 as far as like axles and stuff goes. So I was like, I know the axial well enough. I was like, I can, and it made lots of noise and it was annoying. So I got rid of it. So the other door was right here the entire time.
Makes sense.
Cool.
Ryan said the actual 3-gear trans, one most inactive transmission I've seen when it came out. But innovative, maybe? I don't know. All the Axial 3-gear is a locked associated with different outdrives. Dustin said a Losi Nightcrawler was his first crawler, sold it and bought an SCX-10. Your Kia said, evening all, sorry I'm late, you can start now. Thank you. Rad Raft, my first was JLU SCX-10-2. How about them noob nuggets? Axial introduced a lot of people to crawling, for sure. They have, I don't know how they do what they do or whatever, but it seems like they have the corner on that, like, well, most of the, oh, you've never done this before? Grab an Axial. That'll get you in the door.
Well, I think a lot of that is, at least early on, the axials were priced really well.
Yeah.
And so, because like even the TRX4s, 100 or more.
Yeah.
More than that.
Yeah. Timeline matters, guys. Some things didn't exist. I don't know what he's talking about exactly. What do you mean, Cody? Glenn said, I've only been crawling since 2015, but I've been RCing since 98. Call the Crawl said, I've been back for 11 years from 30 plus year break. Damn. Oh, Ryan said innovative. Yeah. But it wasn't, though. It was literally a 3-gear from like a gold pan. The outdrives just weren't drive cups. They're just now, you can put drive shafts on them. It's literally the same transmission.
Interesting.
Glenn said, I remember when Axial was just Nitro stuff. 100%. Yeah. I remember thinking that it's odd that a Nitro engine company was making a crawler, an electric crawler, and then like all this kind of happened. It's been kind of weird. Dustin said Axial used to sell Nitro motors for racing. And then Doug talked about the 28RR. I don't know anything about that. I had a Revo for a while. It was a 3.3. That's about as deep into Nitro as I got.
I had a Nitro Sport.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of T-Maxes for a while.
Yeah. My dad had a T-Max, and I quit running.
Yeah. That was about it.
It was the original 0.15 T-Max. So, but it was the OG and it had reverse and all that. And I was in like 8th grade, maybe. Maybe I was a freshman when he got it. Neither of us knew jack shit about Nitro RC cars. So, like, if it wouldn't run, we were just like, meh, and it just went back in the house.
Yeah. Brandon has a Traxxas Nitro Sport up there in the garage.
Really?
I think I sold mine. I got like $40 out of it. I was like, yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Let's see. Alan said my first RC was a Wild Willie from around 87. As far as crawling, that was many years later with TRX4. Nice. My very first crawler was a TXT. Back when Supers were pretty much the only option.
Technically, I had a Nyla before the Axial.
Never had one of those. Never had one of those. I had a TXT, and then my technical first tube chassis was based off the HPI Jeep. And it was on the TXT, and it had big old friggin' mudslingers on it that were cut. I mean, obviously.
Obviously.
And then I can't remember if I bought that Clodbuster before that. I had a Clodbuster. It was dual stick, 4-wheel steer craziness. But I don't remember if that was before or after my TLTs. I think that was after. My first hobby grade was the Nitro Stampede. Oh, wow. That sucks. To go straight into Nitros. Rough.
That's kind of how I started.
That's true. Tell the guy had said my first crawler was TRX4 and you guys saw it as a pullover truck. Oh, I didn't know that's what that was.
That's
nice.
kind of cool.
Yeah. My very first hobby grade for me personally was a Stampede. I think we've discussed that before. My dad bought an RC10 Gold Pan that I don't think ever ran. Bill buys a lot of things that never actually completes them. He has a USA 1 that I'm pretty sure is still like in a box under his bed. Where'd she go?
She's like right here somewhere.
Here, kitty, kitty. Oh, hang. Anyway. I went from nitro to 2-stroke, then electric. Jesus. I did that backwards. Cody said I was 13 and thought I needed a T-Max. Teleguide had said my RC10 all-wheel drive dominated the vintage class this weekend. That's awesome. I don't know what Bill ever did with his T-Max now that I think about it. I don't know whatever happened to his Gold Pan. He had one of the Tamiya Baja S10 things. I know that ran, but I'm pretty sure I put that together with the stuff I took out of the Stampede. Yeah, the T-Max. He's got, he has a WeRock truck that's half done at my house right now.
Nice, nice.
Mm-hmm. Glenn said I sold a T-Max a couple months ago. Nice. Bought like 3 packs of gum with the money.
Yeah. So what? Half the people that are posting things for sale on the page that we control
are not crawlers.
Would love this conversation.
Oh yeah, for sure. $300. Damn, that's awesome. I think my Nitro includes my Revo. I had a Nitro Vortec for a couple months. I had an Associated MGT that never ran because it was junk from Associated. They sent me another engine and it was junk as well. The first one was locked up. You couldn't even pull the starter. Like it just was completely frozen. And I never did anything with that. I think I sent that back. I eventually called Associated and was like, fuck you. I don't want this piece of shit. Give my money back. And I think I had another Revo. I had a 2.5 Revo and I had a 3.3 Revo. And then that was it. I bet my last Nitro truck was 2007, 6, something along those lines.
Yeah, I had the Nitro Sport. It was a 0.15, I think. I blew that up. So obviously, you know, when you blow that up, you go bigger, right?
Of course.
So I put a 2.5 or a 3.3 in it.
I wanted a 3.3 Jado, but I just never, like, I lived with my grandparents at the time that all that stuff was cool. And I don't know what in the hell I would have done with a 3.3 Jado out there at my grandparents' house. Like, I think that's really what got me into crawling was out there, like, there was nothing else that was going to drive. Like, it had to be a crawler.
Yeah. Matt, yes, we are both on 475s for ours. I wanted to do 419s or like 4.3s, but they just didn't look right.
Let's see. Joey's RC left. Good evening. Glenn said I ban them. It's in the rules. I've banned a few people. I banned the returning idiots, basically, that continue to just try to list the same shit in a crawler.
Oh, yeah.
In a crawler thing. Doug said he banned 2 people today. Dustin said my favorite was my Losi 5T, huge and loud, just boring. I had one of those, and they are both huge and loud and very boring by yourself. They were so damn big that like you couldn't run them anywhere. You could never stretch them out unless you were in a field or something. Glenn said Jado's the one I always wanted but never owned. 100%. Glenn said 419s and 43s don't look right because those bodies are huge. No, you're just tiny. So. See, I think personally the tires look small on that. I think the front fender being open like that makes a 419 looks ridiculously small. Yeah, buddy. I do like the SSDs a little better.
These?
Those. Over the knockoff Evan Walker.
Walker Evans.
Yeah, that's whatever the fuck. I don't know. Do the math. Those bodies are huge. I don't trust your math because you're from West Virginia. Tool Time said, got into crawling when my brother passed. Quiet time on the trails and wrenching helps. Glenn, nothing is 1/10 scale. Tool Time, I get it. I think, yeah. I think that's kind of what you and I were talking about as far as like getting away from everything, with people. Math is the only thing I'm good at.
The wheelbase does come out to like 8.5 scale.
It's almost 9th scale. That's what I keep trying to, say is everything is 9th scale. It's all 9th scale.
But
10th scale true is like the Blackfoot and the F350 Tamiya. Like that's 10th scale. Which is why they look so stupid next to.
yeah, it's 9th scale.
Yeah, basically 9th scale. But this is also stretched.
Well, that's what I did the math on. So it is 9th scale.
Right. Mike Drew, those are closer to 12. I'm not going to argue about this. I'm just saying 10 scale is not actual 10 scale, especially when everybody considers 12.3 to be 10 scale and then they just move the bodies around that. That shit pisses me off.
Like that 4.3 is a little small, but like it
doesn't look bad.
Tucks in there pretty well, and
it's just really long to have that small tire.
Yeah.
Sorry, my ADHD brain hates RC scaling. Mine too. Like the Bushido pisses me off. That whole thing has always pissed me off. Because the 10th scale quote unquote Bushido is not 10th scale. And the 12th scale Bushido is actually 10th scale. Like if you size out an actual samurai. The CJ7 is freaking enormous. I think that thing's like 7.2 scale or some shit like that, right? And now we figured out the CJ.
Yeah,
that thing's huge for 10 scale. What do you think about pushing the front out a little bit on these, by the way? Because I don't know if you've noticed, but they rub here in the back of the fender. And in the front of the fender.
So you're gonna push the front forward
I thought about it.
and push it further into the grill?
Well, no, because eventually, because you move it
God
outside.
damn, how far are you pushing it?
Well, you move it outside of the grill. You move the pivot point further.
How far out are you going?
I don't know. I like to party. I might put it on traps or boggers. You never know. Boggers and 120s, bruh.
I do feel like 475s are too big.
I feel like it was built for 475s,
Yeah.
so that's why they look good.
They do, but 475s still work a little big.
I think that looked good. Just a touch over mall crawler. Ducks.
I have ducks.
I do too, somewhere. I don't know.
We can get some ducks going.
Hell yeah, brother. I'm gonna put like a little mini pool back here, and I'm just gonna glue ducks in the little mini men's pool. The Axial or the Broncos are also massive. That is also correct.
They're just weirdly shaped.
They're also huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because EB should be the size of a new right TJ.
Yeah.
Jason said, okay, so I think my message got lost because I was behind in time. It's possible. YouTube does weird shit, man.
Well, welcome back to the present.
Yeah, welcome,
maybe.
welcome to now, I think, unless you're seeing this in 5 minutes. Tell you guys that I think I'll do Treps. Treps are going to be really big on these.
Yeah.
Colorado Adventure Club said I want to try the Treps. Ryan said, have you ever thought about stretching a 2.2 wheel on a 1.9 for that 20-inch wheel look? There's a 1-to-1 truck on Full Size Invasion that runs 22s or something like that.
20s.
That yellow and white square body, regular cat bone bed. I think he said they were 22s.
I doubt
I hate it. I hate it a lot.
Ryan, my capper's on 475 crawlers on 2.2 wheels for that specific look.
Oh, Jason, yes. So now I understand. He said what I was saying was I would rather be out with a guy who is positive Traxxas guy versus a negative VP guy. 100%. And that's kind of what I was saying, what we were covering was I go out with people, whatever they drive is kind of just whatever. So I agree with you. Glenn said most real world off-road stuff runs 20 to 24-inch wheels. And Matt,
Who the fuck do you know running 22s and 24s off road?
That. Ryan said, what is the Lord's axle? The Lord's axle is D44.
D44, sir.
Sir. D44 is.
However, both of our LJs are on F9s.
Well, that's because I didn't want to put D44s on there.
Well, and
I saved my D44s for the Chevys if you want to be real honest.
Well, my F9s were originally for my Bronco build, but obviously that hasn't come to fruition. But the Jeep that I am replicating had F9 axles, so it was fitting that they went under here.
I thought the F9s fit these. The whole, like, not quite street truck, but not quite, like, hardcore full-time crawler F9s. They fit like this vibe. You know, we're all about good vibes up here.
True.
3 people got that, by the way.
It's all right.
Including me. It's probably me, you, and Ryan. Jason said, if you say you would rather go out with positive guys versus negative guys, I get that. But if you meet 10 assholes a day, maybe an asshole. Well, that's true. Or you just surround yourself with shitty people, but I just like the guys who went and got a Traxxas Center during the RC community, and I'm happy for them to get out. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
Not a single one of the 4400 class is running 22s or 24-inch wheels. Not a single one.
Yeah, I don't. No. Even I know that.
And most of them aren't even running 20s; they're running 17s.
To touch on what Jason's saying, I think what maybe, I don't want to put this, something to consider is I don't get along with everybody, just in general. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily like hard for me to make friends, but it's hard for me to meet people and want to go past, oh, that's Jordan. He has a truck, and then continue walking. So I think if I meet 100 people, it's usually one of them I'd like to be friends with. It just is what it is. Yeah. Glenn said, since when 40s on 17s is dumb? You're dumb. Jason said, all my 1-1 crawlers or mud boggers run 15, 16, 5s, or 17s. Where are these 20 to 24 inch rims? Mall crawlers. I don't know a lot about 1-1 crawler stuff, but even I know that 24s aren't what people run. I just thought that guy's wheels were bigger than 20s. 37s on 17s seems to be like peak.
Yeah. And
Peak, not monstrous, but not
15s and 16s at halves. And well, you said mud buggers, so that's
44 inch boggers on
a lot.
15
a lot
boys.
of like super swampers.
15 by 18.
Outside of super swamper, and I don't think Pitbull's making actual tires anymore. They were big on the 15-inch wheel. Outside of that, most people have gone to the 17-inch wheel. And then I think Glenn is drinking his West Virginia moonshine because
I think Glenn drinks paint personally, but
most 40s are for a 17-inch wheel.
Yeah.
When you get up to a 42 is when they step up to the 20s.
Yeah. Well, regardless, this guy is in. It really looks like a pineapple. If you took the pineapple, put a bed on it, and made it not a crew cab, so like it's the same color, same vibe, it's all patinaed on top and shit. But he's running, let's call it 20s and 42s. But they sure look bigger than 20s. Or I mean, yeah, 20s and 42s. They look bigger than 20s, and I don't like it at all. Like performance-wise, I understand. I also think the wheels are probably ugly, which doesn't help the whole situation.
Yeah.
The wheels look like something that would have been on an Escalade in 2005. Keep going.
Full size invasion, right?
I think so. It was in one of his posts that I saw the other day. But I think it was like scrolled over. Yeah. There. Nope. Maybe it wasn't that one. Go back to this one. Is it over? No. I don't remember. I do like the Suburban. I know a guy that has a Suburban, but he won't sell it. Well, I mean, he probably would, but I can't afford it. That one, right there.
So it's on Pitbulls.
Pibbles.
They do look big.
They are big. I hate them.
That hurts my heart.
I hate those.
Those are 20-inch trail rays.
Those are disgusting. I hate them a lot.
Those are beautiful.
No, they're not. That looks like asshole.
And there's the 17-inch version.
Yes, that's a lot better. Actually, I think I'd rather stare at a butthole than stare at those wheels. Anyway, all right. Let's see. My 37s are a good balance of crawling, kind of small for mud bugging, but also too big, a little for truck pulling. That's fair. I think 37s are just a nice, like, not too big, not too small. You know, they're not one extreme or the other. Ryan said,
Which is funny because 37s are like, if you are actually wheeling off road, 37s are the worst size tire.
really?
Yeah.
Not big enough to be big, but not small enough.
They're too big to run like Dana 30, maybe a 44, realistically.
Right.
And if they're not too big for that, then you're not pushing the rig hard enough to need 37s. And then they're too small for a 1-ton. And so they're just like a bastard size.
So
even though
basically,
they are a great size, but
so you're basically, you need to skip from 35s to like 42s.
yeah, 35 to 40s.
Understandable. Let's see. Ryan said, I have no idea what Ryan said. Something about rock crawlers use 20s on the BFG crawlers because less sidewall flex. Yeah, I
Yes.
understand the point. I just think it's ugly. Like, so I guess to a point, the performance outweighs, it's a form follows function. I get it, but I think I hate the wheels on that truck.
I love those 20-inch trailers.
Barf.
Raceline also has a similar wheel that looks really good in the 20.
All right.
Tell guy, yes, you have a bastard size tire. All right.
Yes.
I mean, so do I. I have 37s on the Jeep, but I am on the smaller end with the Dana 30 in the front.
Let's see.
It's locked. It's fine.
Jason said the only reason I have found for running a bigger rim and less sidewalls for a 3/4 ton truck or bigger is pulling a heavy trailer to prevent sidewall sway. 100%. Yeah. But then again, that's like a whole different faction of,
But I mean, that carries over into a 42-inch tire on a 17-inch wheel. You've got what? 12, 14 inches of sidewall on either side.
Yeah. Ding Dong said, sorry, I was wrong. Apparently, I haven't paid attention for the past few years. Look at us. This is our surprised face. 37s are too big for most stuff. Jason said, Dana 44 big hub and full floating 14-wheel rear. Glenn 35.
See, and then that's just a boat anchor.
What are you talking about? Jason, I have a bastard sized tire and I'll pull out, crawl, and play in the mud more than Glenn's Jeep with 33s. Alan said, I finished my breakfast. I will watch the replay as I work on my dirty bench tonight. Bye. See you later, man. Thanks for hanging out with us.
I mean, I didn't mean to hurt everyone who's running 37's feelings. Like,
I think 37s are like I said, I think they're the perfect middle ground. But I feel like, kind of like what you were saying, 37s are that area where you want a truck that's okay at everything and not good at anything.
yeah.
It's like that kind of like when people build a car and go, oh, it's, like it does okay at autocross and it's like all right at its drag car. And like, I daily it sometimes. Like it's not good at anything. It's just okay at a lot of things. I feel like that's. Jason, the one thing you have to realize is that Glenn is an idiot. So if he drives his real Jeep, as I assume he does, and like I've seen him drive some of his RC stuff, I believe he will break.
My wheel's bigger than your wheel.
Yeah. He will break things.
I was talking about Glenn's comment.
Yeah. It's off, Glenn. You might play in the mud more, but I bet I have more trail miles. Okay. Anyway. This took a turn.
And again, I say what I said about 37s as the owner of a set of 37s.
Right.
So, like, I mean,
yeah.
Honestly, my 33s would be plenty for what I do.
Yeah.
Honestly, no wheels at all would be plenty because it doesn't.
So you never drive a TJ. Ryan, what was the truck that has 20-inch wheels on full-size Invasion? I was trying to look it up. It's yellow. It's a yellow square body. Well, goldish color.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's Cody's new motor. Hearts and bubbles. Jason said, anytime you want to play with each other's wiener, you guys can get together. Hook them up. Same. Docking.
Ryan, it was the post 6 days ago, and the first video is K10 with a square military bed on trips.
That's a trailer.
Trailer, yeah.
Not 100% sure how I feel about those, but
They're kind of cool.
yeah. I think a lot of stuff, personally, I think a lot of stuff in the 1-to-1 and then down to this, like that military bed, if you don't do it right, I think it looks like ass.
Yeah.
It's like things have to kind of line up in a certain stack up and kind of like have what I would consider like supporting visual, or like whatever's to really make some of that stuff work. Glenn said, not trying to measure wieners, but I can get to my parents' house faster through the trails than I can take the interstate. Old Jeep sees lots of trails. Okay. Well, I'm glad that we've cleared that up.
Yeah.
I don't know what this does, but well, that says oh God. Holy shit. What did I do? I don't know what I did. I know Jared is a top fan.
Who is Jared?
I'm guessing Hopper? Is he not?
No, his name was
Hip-hop?
like
Hip Hop Anonymous? No, it's Jared Hopper. Well, you don't know that. I don't know. Jared 1507. That's got to be him. I don't know. Not sure. I don't really know what I'm looking at, honestly. So it doesn't matter. Anywho,
I don't know.
I know. Yes, I got that. No, I don't need to waste my time with your ass. Yep, I'll definitely show that. So Glenn and Jason are gonna have a boxing match at Rocktober. $5 a ticket. Sorry, handicap. Does Jason have to like?
Oh, they're both handicapped.
But
Yeah, I don't know what he clicked on,
yeah, I'm not sure.
but it was Jared something. I thought Jared Hopper's
Just
name.
says Jared Hopper.
It says something about Jared Hopper.
Yeah, but Nolan comes up as Nolan Smith, but his actual thing is like Fox Body 24/7 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows?
He also has a totally different name on Instagram.
Does he?
Yeah.
Is it Eric Jopper?
No. No one.
Oh, really?
I think it's his first and middle name, maybe. Because he popped up in the IJ group.
Hmm.
And he posted pictures, and I was like, wait a minute, I know that Jeep. How do I put these two in timeout?
No joke. I wish I could just fly you both to face, so one of you could punch each other in the face, and then we can go back to
Live from my basement.
yes. We could have like what's that? Backyard brawls. I think you ever watch that on YouTube?
Bum fights?
Well, bum fights is good too. But that's old school. Do you ever watch the backyard brawls on YouTube? The guy's name is like let's see, what is it? Fire Chicken, I think, is the referee, and they just have like low-level beginner boxers and MMA guys beat the shit out of each other. Catfish Cooley, no. ain't gonna do harm to Glenn. We can exchange photos or stories. Well, we're gonna, yeah.
Do I do another spare tire hanging off the back of the Jeep?
You do whenever you want to. I don't know why, but spare tires on RC thing is just, I just don't have that desire. You know, like I know in real life, like you would obviously want a spare. Well, like that is just one thing I never want to mess with is like figuring out a spare.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I have 5 of these.
Trail readies are cool. They just suck in 20 inches.
And I have a set of 5 gray 101s.
Mm.
Which I think the gray 101s are going to go on my Bronco.
So, are you not happy with the wheels on this thing, or what are we doing here?
On what thing?
This.
Yeah, this is staying like this.
Oh, the M washers.
Yes. Is that what they're called because they're not licensed, I guess?
Yes. That's funny. Okay.
No, but I need a home for these, which I think my 419 Jeep buggy may get those.
Okay. 419 Jeep buggies is going to be hard.
Why?
I don't know. I built that Samurai, and it's just like a very awkward. It's hard to build a tube chassis and not want to stretch it to 12.3, 12 and a half, whatever,
Yeah.
and just make it much bigger. It was really hard for me to keep everything small.
But the Bronco, I think I'm going to do the gray 101s with their own crawlers as well.
I think Bronco needs these.
The trail readies?
Mm-hmm. You put trail readies on yours, I'll put trail readies on mine. Because I've got a sled.
I don't really want 101s on my 419 Jeep though.
It's fair. What's funny is my trail readies are also on 419s, and I believe crawlers right now. Either that or KM3s. But they're on that half K10 thing I'm building. I haven't seen many buggies shorter than 13 inches. That's got to be a regional.
Yeah.
There's no way you can have a 13-inch buggy here.
Take it easy, Dustin.
Hi, Dustin. Glenda said, I wanted it to be 11 to be 11.5, but I'm glad Jordan didn't listen and made it 12.3. Yeah. There were a lot of things that you wanted that Jordan was like, hey, Glenn wants this. And I was like, that's stupid. Let's not do that, actually. And he was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And your buggy actually ended up cool. So, you're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So cool it sits on a shelf.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Teleguided said, maybe I'll try the Open Country RT. I don't know.
I gotta figure out
Which one's the Open? Who makes the Open Country?
Proline.
Okay. Wait. I thought those were. Well, those not the ones that I have. The 4.5, 4.45s.
Yeah, those aren't 475s.
Yeah, those are 4.45s. We talking about? Talking about. I learned that at work. We talking about.
Glenn, the other thing I changed on yours is the front bumper.
Wheelbase is the only thing you changed that I know of. Yeah, that you know of.
I definitely changed the front bumper from the original design.
I didn't realize that I had pictures of that original Jeep in my phone, and they're all from 15 feet away, and they don't look that bad. And I could kind of see why Glenn wanted that buggy until I saw the pictures of the actual buggy. Then, yeah, Ryan said, yeah, don't like the 20-inch trail readies on a 20 on a square body. Exactly. I'm glad that you agree with me.
I mean,
That's disgusting.
I will agree that I don't like it on that truck,
Yeah.
but I love those wheels.
I mean, trail readies are definitely some of my favorite off-road wheels in general. But I hate them on that truck. I don't know what you would put them on that I would like it, like maybe just a moon buggy or something. But I really hate them on that truck. That's for sure.
My buddy had them on his Power Wagon.
Jason says dinner time. What are you having? What do you do? You know what we haven't done in a while is ask what everybody had for dinner.
We haven't.
What did everyone have for dinner? We had pastalaya. It was 10 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Taste was 10 out of 10. Apparently it had a different texture than what it was supposed to, but I was completely okay with it.
It was still good.
It was delicious. I think you're being very hard on yourself because that shit was awesome.
Well, as a fat kid, I'm allowed to be.
Fair enough. Wish we had more Dirty Life wheel options. I don't know what that means.
Dirty Life is a wheel manufacturer.
Okay. Like I said, I don't do a whole lot of wheel and stuff.
I don't really like their wheels.
Ooh. Jason said he had cheese tortellini with meatballs and Alfredo sauce. That actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Ryan said, I also cut the stinger off my base camp buggy. It looks so much better without it. I'm a huge fan of the Trail Readies from Locked Up. One, I'm glad you like Trail Readies as well. B, I'm also glad you cut that enormous ass stinger off. Because it definitely do be stingering.
I think I need to get another set of the Locked Up Trail Readies. I need the silver, or like the raw set.
Okay. Tailguide saying that the Open Country RT Trailer 475. I didn't know they made those. You right over there?
Yeah.
Just raw dogging your contact back in your face.
Yeah.
All right, that makes my eyes hurt. Ryan said I had pork ribs and baked beans. Glenn said Andrea made shrimp scampi linguine tonight. Fuck yeah, that sounds good. Rad Raff had mole chicken and rice. I don't like mole. Do you like mole?
I don't think I've ever had it.
I'm not a fan. I want to like it because like.
Isn't that like a more
like
of like a chocolate?
Yeah, it's a spicy chocolate gravy shit. I don't like it. Jay Gigsy said Mexican carne asada and refried beans and quesadilla washed down with beer. Done. I'm in. I'm down. Joey's RC Life grilled cheese with hamburger meat. Fuck yeah. Tool Time said lasagna. Dustin, even though he said he was going to sleep 10 minutes ago, said some nasty ass Chinese stir fry in a bag. That sounds terrible. Ryan said get them in the 8 lug if you do get the trail readies. Mine are in SLWs.
So these are also SLW, but these were the last 5 of this color. They went to a new anodizer or something, so they were cheaper that way.
Gotcha. Glenn said I like spicy mole. Jason said, what did y'all have for dinner, Matt and Jordan? We had pastalaya.
Yeah.
So sausage, let's see.
Sausage, pork, chicken.
Yeah.
What
kind of noodles were those?
They were little like shells.
Yeah, but they weren't like cup shells. They like made a whole full.
Yeah, I don't know. They were Costco find.
Costco shells.
Yeah.
I don't know what was in it, but I put hot sauce on top of mine, and it was fire.
So it had those 3 meats, bell pepper and onions, and then it had Velveeta cheese and cream cheese, chicken stock, all sorts of seasonings. and then pasta.
It was.
And then it was supposed to be like a creamy pasta, and it came out kind of soupy.
In its defense, it was also straight off the oven and like fucking lava whenever it came straight out of the pan.
I know, but I think so.
That shit was hot.
He did. I think part of what I didn't do is his times were based on drinks. So he goes, we'll let that simmer for a little bit, and got my timer set, and like start drinking his beer. And so I think I fucked up by I didn't let things simmer.
You thought he drank faster than he does.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, how fast?
Right.
I mean, shotgunning this bitch or what? It caused a couple blowouts up here. I did apologize to everyone's stomach ahead of time.
Yeah. Jason said it sounds fucking delicious. It was.
It was good.
It was really good.
It just wasn't what I was expecting.
I was completely okay with it. I had no expectations, so it was delicious. Cold Crawl said salad with fresh salmon on top.
That sounds good too.
I'd get down with that. A little balsamic or something, you know what I mean? Ryan said, check out the AO8 wheels. I think there is most detailed scale wheels. I would agree with that, but the problem being is that then you got to figure out the hubs and all that shit. And like, if you don't have the right hubs, you can't just have spare hubs on hand because the AO8 doesn't really, it's not common.
Yeah.
That was one of the things Kirby kept messing with me about whenever he had his wheel line and he had the 8 lug, you know, all that stuff. He's like, oh, that's not a real 1 ton or whatever. I'm like, like if someone ever made AO8 more prominent and it was a more common thing.
Yeah, if they made 8 lug SLW, I
Yeah.
know 6 lug wheel is
It'd be-
SLW, but
It'd be ELWs, but
whatever. But if they made 8 lug ones like that to where everyone made them,
yeah,
I would switch practically every vehicle I had.
100%. Well, I don't know if I'd buy all new wheels for every truck I had, but
Fair.
going forward,
Yes.
they would all be AO8 or
Yeah.
8 lug, whatever you call them. So.
I do have a set of, or no, I don't have a set. I have one locked up 1.55. It's the split, like 5 lug
Mhm.
or 5 star wheel.
Yeah.
Adversary or whatever it is.
I have one of those in here. There's a 6 lug or 5?
5.
I have those too, but kind of look like that, but it's 5-spoke.
Yes. But it's AO8.
Nice. It's not this. It's like this.
Yeah.
I have a set of those. Those are the ones that are Mountain Dew green that everyone always tries to buy when they come over or see them in the background.
Wait. So does Matt come over to Jordan's, have dinner and dessert made for him, drink Jordan's beer, and get to talk about RC car stuff? That's a killer deal. Minus the beer
Yeah, I don't drink his beer. I do drink his milk, though.
and water.
Well, I mean, yeah. I do drink a lot of water. My mom says Teleguided has more spec wheels than you. Is it true? Yes. Yes.
I'm wearing your shirt.
Even the ones that I have at my house that are his, he still has more than me. I'm not a huge fan. This is gonna really ruffle Metric's feathers. I'm not a huge fan of spec wheels. They are not as realistic looking, I guess, as what I like. I mean, other than the specialty like the Toyota ones and stuff, but their general line, I think, looks very RC. Like they just don't look real to me.
What's going on, Black Guy?
I have a set, but
Also, are you running doors or no doors?
no doors. You told me not to run doors, so I literally specifically cut the doors out of this metal panel thing because you were like, "Don't run doors. That looks dumb."
you had you can't run them as like one solid panel. So
Well, how the hell else am I
past Jordan was smart.
How else am I going to run them? So you want me to put these on there somehow now, and then sheet them as well?
Well, they should sit right in
They
there.
don't.
Why?
Because
Because you cut your things wrong.
yeah, well, they're cut to the outside-ish of the door. They're close, but they don't fit. I can make them fit, I guess. I don't know if I
Tell the
like
guy that said, you don't say that.
it. Is what it is, dude.
Glenn said, I don't understand the spec hype. They look good, but I guess I don't see why the cost is so much higher than others.
Yeah.
Second live ever. Thought I'd shake it up. Sorry, boys.
No need to
we
be
appreciate
sorry.
it.
Retard. Hello. I can't get myself to buy Reef's wheels at the prices they are asking. I can't remember. What Reefs are retail.
I will say I'm not a fan of their newer wheels.
There's that. I don't really like their new wheels.
I did like
The Hammers and Furies and
yeah, I liked their older wheels.
Hurricanes or Tsunamis or whatever.
But they're not builder friendly.
Yeah.
Any wheel, and I say that as I have a set of trail readies that you have to put fucking both sides on. But I really don't like building wheels that you have to put rings on both sides. And I don't know if their new ones are like that or not, but
The one thing that I can say about those is they are easier to build.
what?
Like that. I feel like the two-side ring is easier to build than the one-side ring, like a Vision. Although I do like these, and they have high clearance, and everything for portals or whatever they're going to run. I do like them a lot, but I don't know, maybe if it's the old school, like that's how all of them were to begin with. So my mind is like, oh, this is easier because I've done it a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, VP wheels are really easy in that style where everything's all like the bead lock ring is not really doing anything other than, But the problem I have with that is when you only have 4 or 5 screws in the middle holding the wheel down, I feel like you're not, I don't know, like they're easy, but they're also a little bit harder. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I would say the Visions are probably the easiest
Yeah.
to put together.
Yeah. Glenn said, I agree with Matt. I'm not. VP is the easiest to mount, in my opinion, said Tiny Truck Therapy. Glenn said, I like having 2 rings better. I said, Glenn, shut up. Having 2 rings makes it easier if you are like trying to squish it all together and like jam a lot of foam in, or if your foam's a little bit wider than the wheel and you're trying to because you've already got one bead set, like it's already in there. So now you're just trying to squish that top one together, and you can pay attention to the actual bead that you're putting on while you're doing it, like because it's right in front of you, as opposed to when you do a VP wheel and you're doing the back, make sure that you flip it around and your shit's all blown out. Yeah. So Don said, just received my order of 1.7 fatty tires from Semi Joe's RC Truck Shop. They will be so cool on the rear of my rat rod. I don't know that I've seen those. I know Semi Joe makes some really cool stuff. Ryan said, I have a hard time mounting BFG crawlers on VP wheels. What? But any other wheel, they mount up no problem. That's weird. Jordan puts crawlers on all the wheels. All the wheels. Glenn said, nailed it. Tiny Trucks Therapy said, so Steely's for the win. Those are four-wheel drive style with the 2 pieces and the thingy, and you got to do the hub. I hate those.
Yeah, these.
Yeah, but sometimes those are just the look. Like I kind of want to get away from the pit bulls that I have on my F-Toy, but I don't want to take the wheels apart.
I think these maybe go on my F-Toy.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have a set of good 4.3 swampers, and I'm not paying what I've seen them going for lately. So That can kiss my entire whole ass.
Your entire full ass.
Yes. Glenn said I'll take
All right.
Stevens over.
Glenn, you're done.
You are retarded. You had me and you lost me. The new visions, maybe the older ones, but the new visions, no way. I don't know what Bob has done as far as like, I mean, Bob's insanely smart, so I think that probably helps a lot, but these just go together very, very well. Sarcasm never comes across right in the comments. Okay, so he's just joking.
So the reason the sarcasm doesn't come across is because you say that kind of dumb shit on a regular basis. So
He's not.
but then again, that is also mostly over text. So
Yeah. Then, yeah. Visions are by far the easiest way to know. I think visions are, as he puts out more wheels and different designs, and now that he's gone to a 24 hole ring, I think he has my favorite wheels. I'm a big fan of a couple of the different ones he has. Almost too easy. It makes me think my tires are going to pull out. Yes, I will say that. There have been a few times I've put visions together, and I'm just kind of like look at it, and I'm like, is this good? Is this okay? What are you doing? Ibiters? I don't like that. That makes it look like the Losi Nightcrawler wheel. Or it looks like these. No. Tiny Trucks Therapy said, I'm also very sarcastic, except when it's something smart. Cosmo Kramer, how are you doing tonight? Hello, everyone. How are you? That's new. Yeah?
no,
Good evening. Good evening. You ready to wrap this up at like 10?
yeah,
Get 10 minutes, 12 minutes or so? Cool.
not 9:50 works. You know.
I was gonna let it wind down instead of just
Okay, bye.
like right in the middle of the conversation. Like, all right, we gotta go bye.
So anyway,
My cousin does that when you talk to him on the phone. You'll be sitting there and you're just like, what have you been doing, Jimmy? And he's like, oh yeah, I'm doing this and that and everything. And you're like, oh, that's cool. I went over to Ohio and I bought an engine for that car. He's like, oh, that's really cool. All right, well, I gotta go. Bye. And then just like you're like, oh okay. See ya, I guess. Friend.
I probably do that when I talk to people on the phone
Yeah.
because I hate talking on the phone.
Yeah. I hit my head on something today. I hit my head on a lot of stuff today, but so Jordan, when is that beautiful Be on the Table gonna come live come live at my house? This one? I mean, I even know for that. I can tell you, as a bystander, that the amount of money I've seen other people flash in Jordan's face and still have this, you can't afford it. Basically. Cosmo said, I as well hate talking on the phone. I don't mind talking on the phone, but I don't mind talking on the phone if I'm in the mindset to talk on the phone. Like if I'm like, oh, I'm gonna call Jordan, and you're like, oh, hey, let's talk about some things because we don't live 20 minutes away from each other. No, okay, cool. I don't want to talk to you right. Retard, that Plum IJ has a nice stance. How'd you get it so low? It is on 80mm drafts that have about 1/8 of an inch of up travel
In the front.
in the front.
The rears are on bump stops.
Yeah, the rear is actually on the chassis crossmember. I need to put harder springs in the back. I'll ignore a call and send a text. I will kill you in your sleep. The only time I really don't mind talking is if I'm driving, like because I can't really text you at that point, you know.
Yeah. And even then, if I'm driving, I want to listen to my music. So
Yeah.
Haley will call me like if I go down to Louisville by myself for whatever reason. She'll call me and like check in on me, see how I'm doing. I'm like, okay, well, love ya.
Yeah. Pull a bill. As soon as a good song comes on, and listen to 35 seconds of it, then you start talking to me. I gotta turn the radio back down. That's never fun.
Cosmo, appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Tiny Truck Therapist said, yeah. Cosmo said, I need to get out my RC cars. Do it.
This is what it looks like on just like 80 millimeter VP shocks.
With 50-50.
No, they're.
That's almost slammed, yeah.
I've got about a 1/4 inch of travel.
I didn't really think the back of this thing would need heavier springs because I'm pretty sure there's blues in the back, which means I need to go up to reds like the front has. But I don't want it to like sit like
Stink bug.
Yeah, stink bug. The hot rod. I just recently got a couple RC boats, nothing fancy, just a couple to see if I enjoy the boat side of the hobby. Jordan just built a boat, and his brother, and I'm
Following suit.
following suit. Yes. Yeah. Glenn said I need to sell some stuff and then buy some stuff and then finish a couple trucks. I have no comment for that.
Yeah, don't you have everything to finish the one truck?
He's had it, I believe.
Oh,
I think, now correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that you and I had his TJ literally like ready to put electronics in here. You said, these are the links you need.
Yep.
And then we're talking like what, 9 months ago, right?
April.
Yeah, okay. Same, whatever.
Into March 1st.
Okay, so let's call it 4.5 months ago. Okay. These are the links you need. And then somehow,
Take it easy, Don.
somehow in 4.5 months, this ding dong cannot find links to a Phoenix Pro or an Ultra, or worst case scenario, absolute worst case, get on Vanquish website and order the individual links by themselves and then put rod ends on. Still can't figure it out.
It's almost like you need something like this.
Shut up. That's just insanity. Night, Don. I still do, but I want to go 2-in-1. In 4.5 months, I've touched it 3 times. I touch it at least 3 times a week. Blank. Blank guy said, Jordan's Jeep kind of reminds me of the white Jeep in Peck Brothers. I have no idea what this means.
That's the YouTube channel, I think. Pretty sure.
Cosmo said, I need to get into 110 scale. I have a couple 124s and an 18. If you like it enough to have a couple 24s and an 18, then I 100% agree that I would get a 10 scale. For sure. Faux shizzle. You know, part of me really wants to put tall shock towers on this and then put the 90s back on. But I don't know if the tall shock towers will fit.
I think you only have about half the number of millimeters.
Does not look. I'd have to put the shock towers up through the body, and that would just be. Yeah, that'd be terrible. Are you gonna leave this black, or are you gonna paint that body color as well?
No, it'll be black.
Cool.
It'll be like bed liner.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if that would be like body color or because I don't know what the hell these things like. What the shit this is? I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is?
Just seat brackets.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I wasn't sure if that's supposed to be the floor what the hell that was. I just painted it all body color. I figured going body color on everything that is the main body was safe. And I also didn't want to take it apart to paint this black.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna be really sad when this thing's all done because I really like the Jeep that I'm building, but I don't like the colors of it.
then don't paint it that color. Paint it a different color. That's not gray.
It's not gray.
Silver.
There goes my color spectrum. So what, you want me to paint it red?
You do whatever you want to as far as that goes. Cosmo said, I also have an Arma 3S Typhon and an Axial Yeti. Did you ever have a Yeti?
No.
No. The Yeti was fun. A Yeti was fun in the same way that my Hammer Ray is fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's visually looks real enough to where it's cool to watch it, blast around the yard. But it also wasn't a crawler. So it's like not a scale truck, but then it's also not a basher. So it was just like this weird. You had an Exoterra, didn't you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my buddies were racing slashes, and I was like, I don't want to slash, but Axial has this pretty cool truck, so
Yeah.
it's more scale looking. So I bought it.
I wish I would have bought one and just put it up in a box somewhere.
I wish I wouldn't have got rid of mine.
Yeah. This is worth a decent chunk now. Glenn said I need color still. The more I look at this purple, the more I don't like it. Do you know anybody that's been saying that for the last 3 months? Is he sitting at the table?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. It said that purple is ugly as shit. You should probably change that, Glenn.
Glenn, realistically, that cage needs to be simple, like black or silver.
Well, the other one's red, right?
The other one's red with black panels, I believe.
Yeah. I would do it that way, personally. I would do wild cage with muted panels because I think it would show off the cage a little better than a black cage.
Yeah.
Because as much as I don't like some of the visual look of that cage, I think showing off the cage and showing off the work you did, because it is so like, I don't want to call it abstract, but like it is so far from norm. I would show the cage off and then just have the panels kind of blend in, sit there. That's what I would do. But it's Glenn, so he'd probably do some primer gray and red shit. Tailgate said pink.
No.
Panther plus pink or whatever the hell it is. Isn't that a Mopar color or a Jeep color? Ooh, they never did pink. Okay.
I think I'm just going to paint it the way it's intended.
Red or the gray.
The main portion of the body is silver.
Silver. Gray.
The hood, front fenders are like flat black.
So it's silver from here back and flat black up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the rear armor is also black.
So it just has silver doors?
Yeah, well, I mean,
I thought it was all silver. I don't remember. Let's see. Glenn said, okay, hang on, time out. Cosmo said, but slow is a style I'd love to do more of. It is a lot of fun. Oh, I don't like that. That's not what the real one looks like, is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll let you find that. Jason Suter said emerald green, which I can kind of get behind. A dark, like, that is really weird. I never thought it was that
So
color.
the other pictures I sent had a silver hood on
It's
it.
got a silver hood and cowl. That's why I thought it was silver.
This one was probably the original, like as soon as because that's this hood. So
it just
probably
wasn't
whatever.
painted yet.
Yeah.
But why are the back fenders black?
Because most rear armor just comes in black powder coat.
I do like how it has the silver like on top of the fenders. Where I
Yeah.
don't think the RC version that you showed me has that. It's just all black.
No, it
Okay,
does.
maybe it does. JK. Just joking. So Jason said emerald green, which I can get behind. I do like a good green, even though in real life I don't buy green cars because they've always been bad luck for me. Glenn said, love my Yeti, but running alone kind of sucks. I think running any RC thing sucks alone. I think that is, it's either the reason that RC is good for people or like maybe helps people or whatever, because I think you have to actively go
Bye,
out.
Doug.
Bye, Doug. I think you have to go out and actually search for people to run with, because running RC cars by yourself is boring as shit, unless you're like 12. Because I could run my Stampede during the summer all damn day long until I almost set the batteries on fire with that 15-minute charger. Glenn said, I thought about hot neon pink cage with black body. I think if you had the right color pink,
Yeah.
that may not look bad. It would have to be that like orangey fluorescent pink and not like leaning into bubblegum watermelon Barbie. Ryan said, I don't think I'm going to run body panels on the base camp buggy. I think it looks good without them. I mean, that's completely up to you, obviously, but I don't know. For me, I think if I did that, I'd have to have really, really good looking scale interior.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna leave it open where you can see everything, then everything needs to be like really well done inside. Tiny Truck said, I also had an Exoterra, big fun. I think they made those whenever I was out. I'm pretty sure I sold everything before the Exoterra came. Because when I sold everything, the 10.2 wasn't even out yet. Because I was still using Lily King and original SCX10 stuff. And then when I came back, the 10.2 was almost out, and they were, I think they released the 10.3 not too long after, right? Because when I came back, I had a Wraith, and it was semi-new-ish. That would have been 2015.
The Wraith came before the EXO.
Yeah,
Right?
well, it had to, because people were doing the
Rexo.
Rexos.
Oh, so then the EXO probably came first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Glenn said, that's why I don't want to do black or silver. I want the cage to be loud and in your face. I would agree with that. Either that or maybe neon green, fluorescent orange, something along those lines. Cosmos, what would you guys recommend, a TRX4 or an SCX10? We talked about this earlier. An SCX10 is a different truck than a TRX4. The TRX4, you are going to be able to beat on it, and it is going to continue running. Not that an SCX10 is fragile, but a TRX4 is overbuilt and over robust. I think is the best way to put that.
But it's also heavy. Steering.
Steering is as good. Top heavy.
Yeah.
Especially if you get the scale bodies. If you got the Sport, it's not so bad. But Glenn said, I prefer training alone with my earbuds in, but I know I'm in the minority. Yeah, I'll get bored. Cosmo said, yeah, playing alone sucks. I tried getting all my kids into it, and my wife, it was a no-go all the way around. That sucks, man. I hate to hear that, because I got my kids semi into it. I think Holden's going to be a problem. Because, like, when he wants to run, he wants to, like, go out there for 5 freaking hours straight. And he also sees me building all these tubers, and he's like, that's pretty cool. It's like, oh, I'm building you a tuber for Christmas or something. Like, I can tell that.
Well, now that we're not comping, so you
Yeah.
could turn
His
Phoenix into
I thought about that. His 4 dice into a
yeah,
October.
4 dice.
Cosmo said, I just hate the idea of having to buy only batteries and a charger. What I would do is buy a decent charger and then, like, you don't go, I mean, these don't need a big ass battery. Like, I'm running 850s, I think, in this. And that's just because it's a 4 cell, so it's really tall. But I mean, you could get away with like a 1500, and shit, I think a 1500 would probably do. That's almost a whole trail, right, at Beats Creek or
Yeah.
in Kentucky. Yeah, I mean, we can usually run for an hour or so, maybe a little more on 1500, depending on how you are driving it. If you're going slow and just kind of methodically picking through, that's one thing. But if you're rock bouncing, blasting up hills and stuff, you're going to kill it faster, obviously. But from what I know, that I've been told, there's only like 4 places in the world that make batteries. So if you find a size that fits, just find the cheapest one. Make sure that all the specs are the same. Like if it's an 850 milliamp with 100C, you'll have 10 different people that make that battery, but all it is just different stickers slapped on top. So just find the cheapest one. Cosmo said, my kids were young at the time also. Maybe I'll try again. Cool. That's what I would do. All right, you ready to call this B since it's 10:07?
Yep.
All right.
It's past my bedtime.
Yeah.
Although I don't have to get up early tomorrow, so.
Glenn said, gearing and programming matters. I can usually get 3 or 4 hours out of a 2200. Dang. Yeah, Cosmo, we start at 7. Ow, shit. So I'm not 100% sure where you are, but it's 10 o'clock here now. And so we started 3 hours ago, whatever that is. We try to do every Monday, so come hang out with us. Have a
We're
good
here
night.
most Mondays.
California. Yep. So he probably just now got off work.
No.
That does suck. All right. Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. See you later, Ryan. Oh, I'm gonna get up. Okay. Oh. Whew. I didn't realize. I don't think I got up that whole 3 hours.
I don't think you did either.
Oh.
Yeah, because Brandon handed you
Yeah.
milk.
Never even moved. All right.
Thanks, guys. Please hit the thumbs up on the way out.
Thumbs up and such, and have a good night.
Like and subscribe.
Hey, it's your boy.
It's your boy, Nilla Bear.